Hello, and welcome to the inaugural episode of RiverQuest Games' second campaign. We are starting fresh in the same campaign setting from the first campaign that we had run over 2 years ago, pre-COVID. We're really excited to get back into things. Players around the table, do we want to do a quick introduction just of IRL names so that people know who we are? My name is Chris. I'm Dungeon Master, and I'll be doing everything here behind the screen.
My name is Charlie, and I am a character.
My name is Morgan, and I am also a character.
Wow.
And I'm short because of my character.
My name is Andrew. I will be playing Francisco Fuzzy Knuckles de Cornedo, and I am a player, character.
I am Steven, also known as Midnight Hatter, and I like to party.
No.
Yes, sir.
You can't
One of us can party.
I like to party.
I like
you
the
like
party.
I like
My
it.
name's Sam, and I am playing as Zlatan Nama as a character in this campaign.
My name is Scott. I am playing as Lomar, the Dalkin Wizard. I too like to party.
Only
Just
one,
not-
You cannot. He already said that.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
only one person can party.
My
Yeah.
other face.
We
So-
know you don't party, Scott.
I know for a fact you
I don't need it to be brought to my attention, but yes, I can party.
You don't need to be brought to your own attention. That's too strong.
So let me give you guys a quick
Have
rundown.
we heard from
Oh,
You all good?
the missus? We
Yeah.
got a remote.
Oh yeah, we got a remote player tonight.
Carol? Yeah. Hey, I'm Caroline. I'm a character, be playing Brao'Drana, and I don't know if my character likes to party.
That checks out.
So let me give you a quick rundown on the house rules, really just the highlights. We met, and some people that might be watching right now might have watched our session 0 a few weeks ago where we were planning out our campaign, fleshing out characters, talking about how we kind of wanted things to go. A couple just of really quick house rules that you can follow along with as we're playing. Number one, the rule of cool is cornerstone. We are going to mess up. I'm going to mess up. Even this is only really the second full campaign that we've run, so I'm sure I'll make mistakes. As long as we are having fun, I think that's the most important part. Two of the things to kind of follow along with as we are playing, we changed our homebrew rules a little bit for critical successes and critical failures. For a critical success, instead of just simply doubling the number, players will roll 2 dice when they attack, so you'll be able to have a random effect, essentially like damage number that is. So we will roll 2 dice if you're rolling a d4 and you crit, then of course you would just roll a second d4. You could double, but we'll leave it up to the fates. The second one is the critical failure rule. We decided that, especially since our group is fairly magic heavy this year, that if you critical fail on a spell cast, that you are at the whim of the wild magic table, and we'll see where the dice take us. So this could be very interesting with how many people here might be casting spells in close radiuses, and let's just say it could end up in a giant fireball of death. For martial characters or people not casting spells, pretty simple. Critical failure will be up to the discretion of me, and ideally it means, I think we decided at the table, it's a fumble, not fatal. So unless something is really, really bad, then the critical failure isn't going to result in you like impaling your head or something like that. There are circumstances where a critical failure could end in a player death, but those are going to be like fairly clear. For example, you're walking across a bridge and you're slipping, you have to make a dex save, you critically fail, and you miss the rope and you fall to your death. That can happen. You don't fumble your way falling off a bridge over a 200-foot gorge. There's only one outcome. So that's where we are. I think that's all I really wanted to talk about with the campaign rules. Players at the table, anybody want to add anything before we jump into tonight's adventure?
I forgot to introduce my character, and you need to.
It's okay. We can do that in a second. We're gonna do that for real, right?
We are going to do that
Yeah,
for real.
Okay.
I also like to party. I just want to put that out.
Of note, not everybody's, mostly me. I don't know all the rules, so there will be some kind of like asking table talk about just making sure we're getting things around the rules. So just be aware of it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're definitely, as far as the D&D world goes, very much just tipping back into it for a lot of us after being out for a little bit. So especially the first few episodes, we'll probably have some hiccups, some stops, some conversation about rules, things like that. But as we talked about at the beginning, the rule of cool sort of prevails. So with that,
Hey.
So,
let's begin. Our
Double
tonight's
back road,
adventure.
If you can sponsor us, that'd be fantastic.
Oh, that would be fantastic, actually.
Right here.
The company of vodka water, could you sponsor us?
And
Kettle One,
Monster.
if you're listening.
There you go.
Monster. Kettle One.
I think the bottom line is we're actively seeking sponsorship from anybody.
Yeah, from anyone.
Except Nike.
Somebody give us money.
We don't just do it.
Okay.
Everybody ready?
Let's roll.
Let's begin. The year is 452 in the Age of the Nine. The world of Brao'Drana is divided into 3 major continents and a number of islands. The land is divided by rugged landscapes and fiercely defended borders. The far-off continents of Tekos and Algesh are divided along political boundaries which shift with the fortunes of war. The Dalrinian Empire and the Free State of Rhylon are currently at peace, but it is tenuous at best. Across the Orkellam Sea, the same cannot be said of the Herod Dominion and their constant state of war with the orc clans of Akab-Magash. Traveling west across the Great Sea, the continent of Kareborum sits, with the Dragonspine Mountains dividing the continent in 2. Despite the physical division of the land, the continent itself is held together by the Council of the Nine. The land of Kareborum is mostly free, with independent cities and towns working together towards the common good. However, to ensure peace, a collective government body was established to stem the tide of ambition of lords and nobles of the realm after the fall of the Calderingian Empire in 302. For the last 150 years, the Council of the Nine has held together, sometimes only by sheer luck, the regions of Kareborum. The Council holds together the realms under common law, common religion, and common coinage. The breaking of its rules is met with harsh punishments. The Iron Fist is the rule of law, and conformity to the rule is the code by which others are expected to live. The northernmost region of Kareborum is known as Talon's Reach. It is home to the former capital of the Calderingian Empire, Etranok. The city still acts as a de facto capital for the regions of Kareborum and is the meeting city for the Council of Nine. To the south, on the eastern side of the continent, is the region known as Al-Adil. This region carries its original name given to it by its first inhabitants of the region, the Wood Elves, known as the Kerborai. This region is very agrarian, its inhabitants living in harmony with the elves, with its towns and villages providing markets and opportunities for the groups to mingle together. Further south, the region known as the Dragon's Tooth is the furthest from the reaches of the Council of the Nine, and its cities and towns are known across Kareborum for their reputation for trouble. Rumors have begun to swirl of movement along the border, armies amassing in strongholds, and the ambition of strong men. However, this story begins in the territory which lies northwest of the Dragon's Tooth along the Gold Sun Road, the region of Kareborum known as Dragonhearth. This region lies to the west of the Dragonspine Mountains and the large Oakheart Forest. The region of Dragonhearth is made up of towns and villages that work together to support the 2 main cities, Garamon and Renwick. The politics of Dragonhearth are complicated, and the web of its actors spread far beyond city walls and into the towns and villages of the region. While the cities themselves are home to all manner of folk from across the world of Brao'Drana, the towns are more pedestrian, home primarily to elves, dwarves, humans, gnomes, and halflings. But our story starts much smaller, in the port town of Lund, which lies along the Hadamar Sea. The town of Lund is a favorite stop of students who are at the Strixhaven University, a university which lies across the sea on the Rainy Isle, home to the High Elves. The students, who have named this passage between the isle and the town of Lund, Parchment's Passage, come to town regularly on holiday or for a chance to get away from the professor's prying eyes and complicated, demanding lives that they lead while studying. We begin our tale in the mid-morning hours on the 12th day of the summer month of Savrum, on the day of Vismar, aboard the HMS Jackie Daytona, as it cuts through the low chop of the Parchment's Passage. Near the crew's quarters is a cramped room in the hold, one that is often rented out for a cheap rate by the students of Strixhaven as they seek passage to the town of Lund. The ship itself is old, and the small room is cramped, lit only by an oil lamp. The air is heavy, smelling of salt water and mildew, and the wood creaks as the ship shifts amidst the swelling sea. In this room, a young Vidalcan sits, slowly waking as the sun splits the cracks of the ship's hull, his head still pounding from the celebration the night before, having just graduated from Strixhaven. His snoring bunkmate still curled in the hammock across from him. Scott, could you please describe your character?
My character is, he's a Vidalkin, which is a blue-colored, skin-colored creature. He's about 6'3", kind of gangly looking, very thin, not like wiry thin, but kind of like, what's the word? Stringy, if you will. Muscly, but not like buff, but stringy, muscly. From years spent out in the woods hunting and gathering and basically
Low-key look.
yeah, kind of, exactly. And so he bald, no hair, red eyes,
No
very-
hair at all.
bald, straight bald. And he's wearing relatively ornate robes, but nothing crazy. More of it's what the students at Strixhaven wear as they get up in years. So yeah, just a stringy guy, basically a magic user, if you will, if you can think about it that way.
So as Lomar, or did you say your character's name? I don't know if you
I did in the introduction.
Okay, there we go.
Lomar is sitting on a hammock, kind of recovering from the night before.
Mhm.
Has that glazed look on his head, hands on his knees, kind of just swaying with the ocean.
Yeah.
Just kind of recovering a little bit as much as possible.
So as Lomar sits swinging in the hammock, his bunkmate it begins to shift awake, also fairly groggy from the night before. Sam, do you mind describing your character?
So Zlatan is also bald, bluish/purplish of skin. He's also Vidalkin. He's actually of a very sturdy build. He almost resembles that of like a smith or a field hand, or for lack of a better analogy, a linebacker. And he is got a little calluses all over his hands and feet, and covered in like small burns and little scrapes. And next to him, hanging on the hammock, is his bag with an apron on it and a bunch of tools.
Excellent. So the ship shifts and sways in the sea. You both are awake. What do you want to do?
Loma. Yeah. He is still alive.
I am.
Scott, roll a Constitution save. Let's find out how
Just
well you're
watching
handling this.
Straight Constitution.
Just straight Constitution.
11.
Quality. So the ship swaying back and forth has your stomach turning, but not enough quite to bring it up to the surface. But you definitely feel it like.
I hop off my bunk, off my hammock, and reach to my satchel. Loma, water.
Takes a drink of water. Even water tastes just absolutely awful.
Let's get you up top.
No, not just yet. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute.
All right.
So as the two of you are trying to decide what you want to do for your morning restitution.
I start to put my stuff on, by the way.
Okay. Are you just putting on robes? Putting on
Just
bags?
like my regular clothing.
Okay.
Not robes. Apron, leather.
Just kind of getting
overalls.
dressed.
Yeah, just getting dressed.
Gotcha. So as you're doing that, you hear kind of the faint pitter patter of padded feet coming down the stairs towards your room, and you hear a knock on the door.
As the knocking,
So
Okay. Zlatan, sorry. Who's at the door?
Well, since it's still closed, I don't know, but give me 1 second. I go to the door, and as I open the door, what's the password?
Oh, is it me?
It's you.
Password password is chores, my friends.
I close the door for a second. It's the loud one.
Let him in.
Open the door.
As you open the door, standing before you is Andrew. Do you want to describe your character?
He is a 5'10", all black with a gray underbelly.
Think of Mr. Man.
Where's Mr. Man? Can we get a visual?
Oh, he was right
Here's a
here.
way.
When he comes back.
We'll be able to take a picture. Yeah, solid black fur with a gray underbelly, tabaxi with like a folded up hat, regular sailing outfit. Not really anything to script about him. A rapier tucked into his side, and that's kind of it. Maybe like a leather belt.
What's tucked into the side?
Rapier.
Thank you.
Rapier.
There we go.
Rapier.
Oh, there he is.
Rapier sounds so weird.
It's
Okay, we're good.
Megan
We're good.
Rapier.
So-
Glad we're on the same page.
As they open the door to you, and
This is
after
the
giving,
kitty.
oh, there we
He looks exactly like this, but just maybe a couple inches bigger.
go.
4.
About 100 centimeters.
Yeah. So as you open the door and you see this large tabaxi standing in front of you, Andrew, your character immediately remembers the two Vidalkin for just being absolutely shithouse last night. Like on top of the boat, hanging from rafters, up in the crow's nest, like singing all these songs, being just smashed. And so you've come down to check on them this morning.
Well, you two seem to have a fantastic night last night. I am so happy to have joined in on your celebrations. And then I kind of grab onto the rafter above me, and just like I'm holding myself there, kind of
Sure.
swaying with
Yeah.
the ship.
Do,
Did he introduce his name?
Can you, Andrew? Can you give me an acrobatics check?
Did he say his name?
What is
No,
your
No,
name?
not yet. No, he hasn't.
I figured you guys would know me if you were on the ship,
Well,
but
they might have been a bit
Yeah.
blotto.
uh,
Let's see this acrobatics
I
check.
also don't remember his name.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
It's a nat 20.
Okay, yeah. So you definitely reach
I
up to the
grab
rafter.
the frame.
So not only do you grab the rafter, but you
Can I, like, hang
swing,
upside down?
you hang upside down, you dismount with a flourish like a backflip, you land on one leg, and you're just like pa-cha, and then you're done.
Like a kitty cat.
I feel like you should throw up.
Is he moving like that?
Sorry.
Looks like it's a great introduction for the character.
It's pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Well done.
Alright, well, now that you guys have partied the day away, it's time to get to chore, because here on our ship, we do not relax. Alright.
What's
Fuzzy,
your name?
Fuzzy Knuckles, please. My stomach is already turning. I've already thrown up at least once.
You've thrown up multiple times. I smelled that before I even opened the door.
I don't recall.
What's the god's name in this world? Like Aenor? Does that work?
So for which like part of the
Would be,
religion?
Like, just saying like, oh my god, you guys were drunk last night.
So for that one, you would probably want to go with the god of fate, which would be Savras. So you could say, oh, by Savras.
By Savras, how much did you all drink last night? I knew you had fun, but you don't even remember us? Or you don't even remember me? We hung from the tallest mast on the ship last night.
You did?
I did?
You did?
I did? Apparently.
Oh.
I have already asked Zlatan to remind me of any idiot things I may have done.
Right,
But
so
apparently he does not
you're
remember
on
either.
mopping duty because this is not the only pile of throw up you have.
I will do that, but I cannot promise there will not be more throw up.
Well, you'll just mop that up too.
That's good thinking.
You will help out in any way you can, unless you need to be on mopping duty as well.
That's better thinking. I'll go. I'm gonna look around the ship, see if I can help with anything that needs cleaning. Or...
Come on up, we'll check in with Dennis.
Captain Dennis.
Do you want
somebody
the
that's ranked above me because I'm just a deckhand.
Sure, yeah.
Captain Dennis, I know him well!
Yeah, oddly enough, it is Captain Dennis, so you're in.
Oh,
Alright.
amazing.
It's Captain
Come on
Dennis.
up, we'll check in with Dennis. He'll put you to work.
That's
Come
going
on.
to another
Do you mind if I get your name?
Oh, right, yes. My full name is Francisco de Cavedo, but everybody here calls me Fuzzy Knuckles because I have fuzzy knuckles.
Alright, Nazi Pockles.
Fucking love it.
Calm down.
Close enough. Come on up, lads.
So, are the two of you going up and staying down?
I'm going up.
Going up with them? Okay,
Slowly.
gotcha. So the
Oh,
three
yeah,
of
this
you.
vomit pile is the last to clean up. 'cause
That's
it's
fine.
only in their room.
Fair enough. So the three of you
must
exit
only
the hold of the
speak in
ship,
your language.
and you're heading up to the top.
This will be the last that you clean up.
I will say, sorry.
You're fine.
For a second there, I thought you were like, no, there's Vaughn right here. Because you switched into Spud voice. And you were like, there's Vaughn. I was like, oh god, did your cat?
So you step out of the hold and onto the top deck of the ship. The sun violently assaults the two Vidalcan's eyes, who are so hungover that they almost fall back down the stairs as
I
they
pull
reach
my
the top
hood
deck.
very low.
Gotcha. And as you come up onto the top deck, you see, leaning against one of the railings, a fellow university student wearing the robes of an undergraduate or a first year, who would be looking out across the sea, and a few other deckhands just kind of moving around.
I've seen him, but I don't know his name.
Let's go find out. Hey there. You go to this university?
So what turns towards you is a human-looking figure. Steven, do you mind describing your character?
I don't know.
Wait, you're from the university too?
So before
Sorry.
you is a 6 foot tall,
Oh,
human-looking male with long black hair tied up in a sort of top-knot ponytail, with very pale eyes, and he looks across you while still wringing his hands after looking across the ocean and says, "Congratulations on your success. I'm Telvari. Can I get your names?"
Well, I'm Lund, and I've seen you around Strixhaven, but I've never talked to you because you're an underclassman.
And that's fair enough. You're very much more talented than I. Congratulations on all your success, and I look forward to seeing what you do on the continent.
Perchance, what field of magic do you prefer to study?
Well, I suppose I never really quite made it to selecting a school myself.
What interests you then? These are things you must think of as an underclassman.
I enjoy fire. I use fire. It's a tool of mine. But I don't think I'll be returning to Strixhaven anytime soon, unfortunately.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a shame.
It is a shame.
There's so much to learn.
There is. I suppose I will be conducting independent study from here on out.
Well, glad to have you around. I'm always proud to be around fellow Strixhaven students.
Yes, I look forward to seeing what you two are capable of as well. Thank you very much.
And as he notices the three of you talking on the railing of the ship, Fuzzy Knuckles barks out an order to get into work for these morning chores.
So at this point, I want to be climbing up the mast and kind of hanging from one of the rafters.
Sure. Acrobatics check that.
Yeah. Great. 8 plus 8, 16.
Okay. Yeah.
8
See,
plus 8? Jeez.
I took an expertise in stealth and acrobatics to ignore the thieves' tools because I didn't do my guys banded.
but you'd be proficient. You're a seasoned hand aboard a ship which makes the same crossing almost every day. So you would pretty much by this point in your life know the waves and how the ship is going to move, almost like a dance that has been curated for you. You know what I mean?
That might be a
Intermission.
Yeah.
You described the waves.
Yeah. So, do we? Since Andrew's up, are we okay to just keep going, Steven?
Yeah, we can keep going for at least a moment or two.
Yeah, perfect. Fantastic. So, as you guys are all standing around, kind of catching up with one another, Fuzzy Knuckles now hanging from the rafter, kind of almost mockingly, like, "All right, boys, into work we go."
Oh, this guy's so annoying.
Yeah. And you immediately
I
hear.
already.
Yeah, this guy's.
You immediately hear Captain Dennis from the top, where he's been steering the ship across the passage, go, "Right, you heard him. Into the work, lads." And the ship sails towards the continent.
Fuzzy
Scene
Knuckles,
change.
That was fantastic.
In the town of Lund, the docks are a place where adventurers or wish to be adventurers can find steady work. Standing out amongst the workers of the dock, standing out amongst anyone, anywhere, is the Goliath ship hand working the docks of Lund. Charlie. Can you describe your character?
So Brewskinen is a 6'9" Goliath-ish person. Pretty pale, humanoid, wearing peasant's clothes, teamster clothes, working hard, nothing fancy. Looks like a regular dockhand. He just happens to have about a foot and a half on everybody else and pretty bulky. Yep. That's me.
Cool. So, currently you find yourself unloading one of the ships that's just come into port. A smaller cargo ship that goes by the name of the Iron Quill. And you just finished unloading the last box with one of your fellow dock workers, who, somewhat comically, is a dwarf who works alongside of you. His name, of course, is Brian. And Brian's grabbing the last of the small boxes, while you, of course, grab the last of the big boxes. And Brian looks over at you as he has this box like, "Alright! Oi, Bruce, this box is so big! Look at me! Come on, lad!" And he goes walking over, sets it over on top of his other box, and he's like, "Come on, Bruce, get there!" You roll a strength check for me. Carrying this big old box that you picked up.
14 plus, 3.
Yeah, that's enough to move a box. So you just walk over very confidently, and make
Right.
sure. Good.
Brian, your small boxes don't help.
What do you mean?
I don't know why you get paid the same as me.
That's a bit rude.
I guess.
I'll tell you what. I do make some more than you. How about buy you a pint down the old cat and custard pot?
Sure.
Ah, my man. Here we go. Ha! And you guys head down to the cat and custard pot, which is in basically the center of the town of Lund. So as you walk into this inn, or this tavern, excuse me, and you notice that it's not as full as it always normally tends to be. In fact, it's a little bit empty today. But as you step into the tavern, you notice a acquaintance of yours sitting at the bar, a small halfling, who is regaling the bartender, whose name is Salgrid, of her recent hunts in the woods.
What's the halfling's name?
Say it one more time.
What's the halfling's name?
We're about to find out.
No, but I know her, so I
Yeah.
have to just address her.
So her name is Milia Grovetree. So, also in the bar, you see, sitting in kind of the back corner, just sort of off by herself, a face that you don't recognize, wearing sort of somewhat darkish robes. She has dark hair, and is very much cutting the figure of someone who does not really want to be talked to. What do you do?
Hey.
Hey!
How'd you
Oh, Brewskinen!
Morgan, can you describe your character before we go too much further?
So, as I'm sitting here, you can kind of see that Brewskinen is
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Brewskinen is way bigger than me. I'm sitting on a bar stool. I'm full of pelts, as I am a huntress for my family. I'm a halfling, so I'm only 3'1". I also am just, not over encumbered, but encumbered with rabbit pelts and feathers, and I have stuff in my hair, and I spend a lot of time in the woods, and I have brown curly hair, and I am 3'1", and I'm kind of tan, sandy brown hair, kind of curly, like curls all over the place, and I have turquoise eyes. I'm also hardy and short because I'm pretty stout. And as I'm sitting on the bar stool, I still have my longbow, which is just as tall as I am, if not taller.
Sounds like Radagast the Brown.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
just all over the place. And I'm sitting here with my drink because I love my time at the bar with my friends.
So as Brewskinen calls out to Milia and is entering the bar, the barkeep of the Cat and Custard Pot, a dwarf who is bald on top with a big red bushy mustache, no beard. Just sees him coming. He's like, "Ah, my favorite customer! You're going to drink another keg today, aren't you, bud? Come on to the bar, son."
What's his name?
Thalgri.
It's good to see you, dog. Sounds
Great
good.
to see you, Bruce. How is life at the docks?
Life's good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What ship's in there now?
We've got the Iron Quill I just unloaded.
Okay, the cargo ship, right? Nice job. That's the power of
Look
note
good,
taking.
guys.
He's not
That's the
notating.
power of
That's the
notes.
power of memory.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Just unloaded the Iron Quill. Could use a good couple of pints.
Brilliant. The usual then, the stout.
Yeah, just to stop. Hey, Billy.
Yes.
It's good to see you. How are you?
It's so good to see you, Bruskinen.
Sounds like you've been
Difference is
here for a
fantastic.
while.
I know.
Oh, do I reek of alcohol or do I reek of dead animals? I don't know.
Yes.
Hey, Nagri, you
Yes?
should probably tap another keg so we can both enjoy it.
Ah, right,
I only
love.
have a
Alright.
fifth.
Gotcha. Take Captain London.
I may be small, but I can handle a lot of alcohol.
Really, we know that's not true.
Ah, what are you talking about, Bruskinen?
As you two are talking and carrying on at the bar, Thalgri, who's kind of caught up in this sort of friendly emotional state that everybody has joined into, suddenly yells across his tavern to the figure in the dark robes in the corner. "Hey, how about you in the corner by the fireplace? You want another drink?" That'd be you, Caroline.
Caroline.
No, yes, well, no, I'll stick with my tea for now, please.
Just the tea, sounds good. Doesn't pay the
That's a
bills.
very good accent.
That is a very good accent.
Telling you, it's great.
Bruce,
You should
sorry,
spike
not
her
that.
tea. You should spike her tea.
Well, it's not that. This is not that kind of establishment, Millie.
Sorry, I
I
was
have told
joking.
you many a times we don't operate in that fashion here.
Sorry, I know, that's bad.
Bruce,
Roll for
a
persuasion.
quick question for you. Has the ship from the university come in today? Graduation would have been earlier in the week, and I'm expecting a lot of students to come in.
I think I saw the parchment coming in the harbor.
Okay, brilliant. You got it.
It's HMS Jackie Daytona.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
market.
The the HMS Jackie Daytona. The Daytona? That is a horrible name for this world, but I love it.
It is
Daytona.
For some
I
reason,
saw the
they
Daytona
changed
coming
it.
into the harbor.
This was session
Is
0.
it Jackie Daytona or
Yeah.
Jackie Daytuna?
No,
Jackie
Daytona.
But
Tuna.
if it's tuna, they're a tuna.
Oddly enough, Daytona is a word that does exist in this world. Tuna, not an animal that lives in this world. So that pun would not work.
They really believe in NASCAR,
Exactly.
but not actual.
Wait till you get to the city of Daytona. Heyo.
Wow.
Alright, I need to write that down.
So,
So that's actually
yes,
gonna be fun.
I saw the Daytona coming into the harbor.
Their paging. Jackie Daytona.
Bruce, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, the scene shifts back to the boat.
How many days has it been since we awoke on the?
So it would have been really. So the passage between the Rainy Isle and Lund is about a day plus, depending on the.
Have I recovered from my?
Oh no, you would be like in peak hangover mode
Okay.
right now. Like you'd be
So
like.
not a lot of time has passed from our scene.
Yeah, probably by the time that we are going to pick up right now, you might be feeling a little bit better. The odds are that you've sweat out a lot of the alcohol from working the chores on the ship. And this next part might actually help you with this. So, hey Fuzzy Knuckles.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are choring, you hear Captain Dennis on the top of the ship ring the bell 3 times. Ding ding, ding ding, ding ding.
Oh, I thought that was gonna sync up perfectly.
That would've been
One
really nice.
bell. That was no way.
So Fuzzy Knuckles knows instinctively that that means it's time to grub.
All right then. Here we are. Time for food. Time for food. Everyone, come along.
So you see the ship's chef.
I'm like swinging down from
Yeah.
so I want to ride like down one of the ropes.
Are you still up in the mast? You were hanging out up there? Okay, now you're trying to slide down?
Yeah, I want to slide down one of the ropes
All right.
like they use to pull up
Yeah.
the sails, and
Yeah,
it's
man.
like, come on, boys.
Yeah, rock me a sweet acrobatics check, because you are all over the place.
That's a 19 plus 8.
Oh my god.
You are one nimbly kitty cat. Yeah, no, so once again, just like acrobatic as
Just
shit.
swinging
Yeah, just
along
like
the roof.
think like Robin Williams and Hook as he's like flying around in the sails, and everyone's just like, holy cow, this guy. Like that's the level of impressing that you are imparting upon these young Vidalcan who have only known books and studies for the last
And I
5
do a
years.
backflip off the rope and land
That's
right
up
at
to
the
you.
food table.
Yeah, nailed it. Landed right on it again.
Nailed it.
Again, Basha. Just crushed it.
Yeah, like Simone Biles just.
You just nailed. You just qualified
But
for
I
all
wanna
the
celebrate.
Olympics.
I wanted to just be like I'm normal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
give me
like
a spoon. I
Yeah,
can do that.
perfect.
land at the spoon and pick it up and go. All right, who's first?
Yep. And so as you do that, this big half-orc ship's cook sets down a big pot of what looks like grits. It's basically like a milled grain with cheese and bacon fat and scallion and all mixed into it. And then sets next to it this big tray of salted cured meat, and then his hand helps him, like meaning a second person, brings up some salted mackerel or mackerel-looking fish, and they lay out this huge spread to you, which kind of, the smell of it just kind of wafts up into your nose and into our passengers here, their noses as well, as they start to, begin to feel a little bit back to normal. So.
I heard mackerel, not tuna, because tuna.
Yeah, tuna doesn't exist. We've already, that's canon. There are no tuna in the Hadamar Sea. So, Sam, what is your character doing?
Just shoveling out the food, I guess.
Sorry, I should probably use character names when I'm gonna, that's fine.
So Zlatan is walking towards the Nosy Fockles and to get some food. I'll grab you some food. You go get us a spot to eat.
Okay, I'll do that.
And so then I grab a tray
Mhm.
a tray of food for both of us as well as mead.
There's no mead that's on the deck right now, but
I just want water.
Yeah.
yeah, so water's gonna be hard to come by as
Does
well right
Gatorade
now.
exist?
No.
Is it like a?
Are you talking to the chef, or are you just questioning?
Yeah, there's no water on the boat
Not at the table that you're currently at. So like where they brought the food up.
to get.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. That's fine.
I don't want any alcohol. I don't want
Fair.
any alcohol.
So you're talking to the.
Yeah.
Oh, that threw me off. I was like, you're fine.
The bells of the ship are ringing.
I like it.
It sounded like it for a
See,
second.
I know that's. I thought so too. I was like,
You can be the actual.
so you're
bell
talking to the
person.
chef or the chef, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can't do it.
So this big half orc kind of looks at you. He's like, right, what you want?
Do you have any water?
Water? If you've got water skins in the hold, maybe, but we didn't bring any up.
Do you got anything else to drink?
Ale?
I'll take one of those.
Right.
Make it two. Make it two.
I better the hair of the dog. Alright, son.
He puts down one mug and puts down the other.
So you boys probably need this for last night. What a night.
So we heard.
Stuff of legends.
What? If you don't mind my asking, what happened?
What didn't happen? My God. My sovereign. You two were everywhere last night. We couldn't keep tabs on you. Every time we turned around, you were up the mast with fuzzy knuckles.
All right. Oh, I appreciate that.
Of course, lads.
That's what
Anything.
these burns are.
Sit down next to Lomar. We were dancing on the masks last night.
Maybe it will come back one day, but it gives me an answer as to why my hands burn.
Yes.
What about your piss belly?
Well, that's another voice.
Yeah.
That's when I get into ports.
Talari, what are you doing right
Is
now?
that what you call it?
Probably quietly,
Sort of
Tavares. Obviously, very enthusiastic about Fuzzy Knuckles' performance. That was great. I love that.
Thanks, mate.
I'm I guess I'll. Can I have a half ale?
A half fail.
Just a half. I don't need a whole lot.
Nonsense!
The half orc,
Nonsense!
he kind of looks around. He's like, I don't have any small cups, so you can drink half of this.
That'll work. Thank you.
Alright.
Nonsense, Safari. You're hanging with us. Drink.
If you'll have me, I
Come on,
don't want to impose.
Fuzzy.
I'm shoveling out the food.
You guys are.
Are you still working?
Until everybody has their plate of food.
Okay, Fuzzy.
Yeah,
Well
we'll do
then,
that for sure.
once you're done working, come and join us. Just don't do it so loudly.
I'm used to being outside. This is my indoor voice.
I love that
Thank
he's
you,
basically the rabbits
Odysee.
from Redwall.
It's
He's like,
what?
what?
Yeah, he said it.
Listen, Medica.
Save me a seat at your table, and I will join you post haste.
So are you guys?
We're looking forward to it.
Was it you guys that were? Who was finding the table to sit at?
He was finding the table.
Okay. So where did you end up sitting? Was it inside, outside? What did you decide on?
Inside.
Inside. Okay. So are you the three of you joining
Yes,
our compatriot at the table?
got my mug of ale and my bowl of.
Come, Tamari. Come sit with us.
Thanks.
You are a student.
I really appreciate that.
So, Tamari, what brings you to Lund today?
Well, looking to start my new life. What about you guys?
Well, we just graduated and we're looking to travel and expand some markets for ourselves.
I want to learn as much magic of the world as possible.
Those are noble ambitions. I admire you guys. You guys are real good.
Thanks, Tamari.
You're a nice one, Tamari.
No. Thank you for setting a good example. I really appreciate it.
Okay, Tamari.
You're welcome, Tamari.
Are they in their own room, or is
I
this
just
like
kinda-
No. So
I take
all,
my ale and I'm just kind of sitting there like.
right now you're basically think of it. You're sitting at like a ship's table where it's the four of you sitting around.
Can I hear them?
Yeah, you're sitting with them.
No, I was still shoveling out food. I thought I was.
Oh, you're still up top.
I thought I was stealing out food.
He's
yeah.
doing his job.
Oh, you're doing your job. No,
Yeah.
then no, you can't. I thought you went with them.
Roll
I'm sorry.
20 side die
Join
for
us.
job check.
Join us when you're done.
Yeah. So Tamari invited you to the table when you were finished with your work. Do you take the offer or do you stay up top?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we partied last night.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go join them
Okay.
as soon as I'm done dealing out the rest of the food.
Yeah, we'll
So
say
you
we'll
do
say
part.
that you've done that now by the time that initial conversation happens. So
Okay.
you can decide what you want to do now. You going
Yeah.
down?
Fuzzy, glad to have you back.
I come in with my fish. Oi, oi!
Oh, I remember that one.
And I come in with our secret chant that we made last night.
Remind
You guys remember the chant, right?
Please
I
remind
come
me.
in and I say, Airy, airy, airy! And then I hold out my mug expectantly.
Because it's the college.
Kitty, kitty, kitty!
I half-heartedly cheers.
I don't remember, Fuzzy, I'm sorry. But you remind me of a cat I knew once.
Works for me, lad. Everything is fair on the ship, right?
Whoa.
So as you guys are all hanging out,
I
reminiscing.
love it all the wrong places.
Yeah. As you're reminiscing about the night before and trying to remember this secret code or handshake or chant or song, something, it's not quite coming to you, but the fun is still there from the night before. And so even in your kind of foggy headspace, you do recognize that, last night was good times. And as you're reminiscing over the night before, you hear the ship's whistle blast. Whee!
Oh, fuck me. I gotta go back upside. Alright.
So as Fuzzy departs, you realize that
Then I go up.
the time has moved a little more quickly than you realize now that you're nursing this hangover through the day. And as you look kind of peering out of the window, or you watch Fuzzy going up and you kind of peer around him, you see before you as you're entering into this port of Lund.
Tamari, you may want to go get ready to depart.
Sounds like a good plan.
Alright, Tamari, we will see you.
We'll see you too.
I'm gonna see you first.
You're a good guy, Tamari. A little strange. Seem like a good guy.
I appreciate that. You have no idea how much that means to me.
Okay.
And we'll stop there for a quick intermission.
Intermission.
Quick break. We'll be back in just a bit, guys.
Yep.
Hang tight.
20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Now we have all of the players in our campaign here with us tonight.
For the first time.
For the first time.
First time ever.
Yeah.
In the history of D&D.
Yeah. In the history of this entire game, Gary Gygax himself did not have his entire party.
What if Gary
the
Gygax
entire
just
time.
descended upon us? He came in through the back door.
I'd be so glad we were streaming.
Well, no, he's gonna
is
zoom
anyone
in.
getting this? Is anyone getting this?
They're gonna get a sudden call.
Yeah, right.
Cease and desist immediately.
Two quick,
Stop
I guess
using his name.
just a quick note. I know that everybody's
Gary
schedules are kind of
Gygax.
crazy,
Gary
and
Gygax.
so Caroline and Morgan are both going to guest play. They're going to play frequently, but it's just guest playing from time to time as they kind of have to bounce around. But it's so awesome to have everybody here tonight, especially after this crazy year of being separated from friends and everyone else, sitting around even just a table doing a silly game like tonight is great. So really happy that everybody's
Hey, man.
So
So
Let's
fucking
roll
sick of
dice.
COVID.
let's roll some dice.
I'm just
so-
over it, you know.
Yeah,
I'm just over it.
so
I just
over it.
don't want
It's
So-
so 2020.
Where we left off,
Where we left off.
the HMS Jackie Daytona is cutting silently through the low chop of the Parchment's Passage. It pulls up into the dock of Lund on the second of 3 docks. It is able to successfully dock. There's no major issues. Captain Dennis steers you in. The hands of the ship begin to immediately get the ropes and moorings set so that the ship is safely docked in Lund. Fuzzy Knuckles, what are you doing?
I want to jump off the front of the boat onto the deck.
You're going like right off the bow, like right off the.
As soon as
Swan
it
dive.
gets to like a
Yes, please.
mildly dangerous area,
Yeah.
like only somebody who'd be really confident.
Yeah.
And I just go, bat.
Well, we've already docked. So you can still make this really cool,
Concrete.
but the point of like that where the ship is coming in and you're jumping onto the dock as it's going, that already happened. Like the ship's in, so you missed that window.
How
But
big is this ship?
so the HMS Jackie Daytona is approximately 45 feet long.
This is like a
Sounds like a story.
So
Jump off the
it'd be
bow.
a 2-mast,
schooner?
so it's not quite a schooner. It's more like
Schooner is a sailboat.
it's more like a skip. So think like one
Skip
large
is
sail
smaller
and
than
a
a
second. What are they
Schooner
called?
is a sailboat.
What the heck are they called?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
with one flying.
1.5
ship.
sails.
Yeah.
Is it possible for me to jump off the bow and it not be like comically ridiculous? Like it would be like arrogant for him to do it, or are we completely docked and it would be pointless?
I know we're like completely docked and the ropes are tied and like
Okay.
so,
Yeah.
so you could
Just
totally
walk
do
off.
it, but everyone's gonna be like, well, I mean, okay, that was excessive.
Then yeah, I just depart the boat.
Go for it.
So it's
Great.
So Telvari, roll persuasion,
I really hope
and then
this
Andrew, roll int check. This will be our first one of the campaign to try our new rule. Andrew, try int check. So just roll straight intellect.
It's not bad. 13. Oh.
Oh.
All right, so I think house rule is that the tie should go to the persuader. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Works
Yeah.
for me.
Cool.
Pike
All right.
is the runner.
So Telvari comes up to you and kind of puts your arm around you. You're like, hey man, I think this would be really fucking cool.
I think you're right.
You've been so nimble tonight. I just feel like it's really gonna be cool.
I grab like just whatever piece of rope is closest to me. I don't even question what it's for.
Yeah.
And I jump off the front of the boat.
Yeah.
No, I fashion my own rope. You know what?
Oh, bring it
You're
back.
in your stupid fucking
Not even sure
room.
what I need you to roll for that.
No. I
Fashioning
just grab a rope that's
Okay.
beside me and jump off the front of the ship. I try to do a front flip and go.
So just roll that acrobatics check. I'll tell you what happens.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
16 plus 8,
Oh,
so
jeez,
24.
you're
Very good
Easy.
at this.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm
I mean,
bimbly.
yeah. Go ahead and describe your nimbly bimbly action because you
I
you know
grab
that.
whatever rope is beside me, not
Yeah.
even looking what it is.
Solid.
Well, after he says his thing, I go, you know what? You're right. And I grab a rope, and I don't even run back. I just do like a front flip off the. Exactly.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like
Yeah.
that.
And while I'm in the air, I do one of those like pointing back at him, going like, and then I land right on my feet with the rope.
So you're on the dock now, yeah.
Yeah.
So as you land, there's this like kind of youngish, well, youngish looking. It's really this really old human. But when you first saw him out of the corner of your eye, he looked kind of young because he was very frail and small. And he looks at you and he's like, "Damn, that was cool."
I just kind of look over at him like, yeah, I know. And then I just start tying the
How
rope
did
to
you-
something in front of me.
How did you even do that?
I just keep tying it.
Excuse me, Mr. Tabaxi, sir.
Yes, what is it?
Well, that was really fucking cool.
Well, thank you. I've been practicing my whole life for doing flips and shit.
All right. I gotta go now.
Were you on a boat or something?
Can I ask him what his name was?
Yeah, sure.
What's your name? Is he young? Oh, you say he's
He's
old.
really,
What's
really
your name, old man?
It's Watson.
Ah, well, good luck, Watson. Maybe you can do flips in the future. And I do like a salute and then keep tying it.
I doubt it. I'm pretty old.
What race is he?
He's human.
He just kills over again.
Caroline, what was your name?
Does he have any defining
Oh, yeah.
features?
So all right. So after Fuzzy Knuckles makes this very dramatic and performative leap off of the ship, Watson's very impressed, but he walks off into town, duly impressed, maybe to die. Lomar, what are you doing?
dead yet.
Lomar is getting off the boat, making a beeline straight for the cat and custard.
Ooh, okay.
Serious man.
Time to celebrate some more, boys.
Yeah.
Zlatan, are you following? What are you doing?
Yeah. So as I emerge onto deck with my pack and Lomar's pack, and as I go to hand Lomar his pack, he just I just kind of
Sling it on my shoulder.
so you know, like it's something that's happened many a times.
Slow on your dick.
Yeah.
I took the bag from him.
Oh, you did?
My bag.
I didn't know.
I wasn't
I was following you.
The order of actions definitely sounded like you left the boat and Sam grabbed both of your
I
bags.
thought he was with me carrying the bag, and I grabbed it and left.
No.
I think you left and Sam grabbed both
Yeah, I'm
bags.
following
Alright, so I left and I'm on my way to
Yep.
Yep.
cat and
And
custard.
you've got both bags.
Yep.
Okay.
That's easy for me.
Cool. So you guys are both heading towards the cat and custard?
Cat and custard,
Okay.
and I'm looking around to see if I see any precious metal shops or jewel shops.
So you would know. Hold on, give me 1 second just to pull. You don't see any as you're getting off the boat necessarily, but you would know from traveling here during your time as a student at Strixhaven that there is a magic shop in town, and it's called Jepper's Odyssees, and it'd be out near the keep that's in the back of town called the Greystone Keep in the Market District. So you could head there if you want to. You've been there before. You know the owner, Jepper.
All right.
So yeah, so you know where that is, but you wouldn't see it coming off of the ship. It's pretty far into town.
No more.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
Here's your bag. I'm gonna run over to the Jepper's Oddities.
Sounds good. I'll see you over at the cat and custard. We'll drink some more.
All right. Do you need anything?
No, just a drink.
All right. Then I head over to Jesper while he does his thing.
Sounds good. Tavari, what are you doing?
I suppose I'll be shortly behind Lomar and Zlatan, just kind of bringing up the rear. But on my way to the Cat and Custard, I assume that
Were we saying Cat and Custard or Captain Custard?
Cat
and custard.
it's Cat and
You
Custard's
all said
last
something
name.
different.
I should have made that.
Cat,
So-
C-A-T, and
Yeah, so the name of the tavern is the Cat and Custard Pot Inn, but colloquially,
Cat
the students just call it the Cat and Custard.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Sorry, that was.
So it's
No,
like
no,
cat
no,
the
no.
animal and custard the dessert.
Cat and Custard Pot.
I was just thinking of like some gelatin dessert as like the sign. Like, I'm Captain Custard.
Yeah,
hope Captain Custard
it's the
comes
person I'm
into play
looking for in Lund. Is she working at the Cat and Custard, or is she at another location in town?
So she works at a well, they work at a bakery, and that would be so if you're heading towards the Cat and Custard Pot, the bakery is for all intents and purposes around the corner from the Cat and Custard Pot. It'd be a short walk away, and not hard to travel there without essentially breaking stride.
Excellent. And time of day is still.
So at this point, we're just about at sunset. The Parchment's Passage takes a day and a half. The night went by as you guys were at sea. You docked into town pretty much right around what we can call like early twilight, as the sun is just beginning to crest behind the tree line. So we're starting to see like, you know, the purples and reds of the sunset really start to carry over Lund, but we're not quite at the point of sunset yet. So think more like in the summer, so probably like 7 o'clock.
So yeah, Tilvari will be close behind Lomar and Zlatan, you know, clutching his belongings tight and making his way to the Cat and Custard in search of lodging for the evening.
Sounds good.
For a long day of work.
Sounds good. So Zlatan, one thing that I would retcon, just I didn't think about it. The shop is closed at this point, and you would know that. You would know that Jeopardy is closed at this time of the day. That it doesn't stay open beyond like what we 5 o'clock.
All right.
And what we would call.
I do have a quick question. Is there anything open that would sell me like ball bearings and smooth pebbles?
At this time of night, no.
Okay, cool.
No, most of the shops have closed for the day. The shopkeepers have gone home.
All right, cool.
So unless you have a means of contacting
I do
them,
not.
then
So,
then everything is closed.
Then I'm gonna be following. I'm gonna be going with Lomar to the Cat and Custard, and I guess I still just have his pack over my shoulder.
No, you can't. You got it.
I got handed to you. Okay, cool.
Okay, give me 1 second. No, that's right. That doesn't work like that. Sorry.
And while we're walking, I have my artificer spools, and I am tinkering with some metal.
Okay.
Just always.
Sure. So as you guys are leaving the dock, you see a sort of frail-looking, gray-haired, gnome, older woman who is kind of walking along the dock's edge near the ships, and she's using a walking stick and just hobbling along the dock, and she has this cup that's up. And she's shaking it with coins in it, and she's saying, as you guys pass her, "Alms! Alms for the lost children of Lund! Alms for the lost children of Lund!" And she clinks it past you. "Alms for the families broken apart too soon! A silver, a copper, every bit helps!" And she's just kind of walking by, clinking her glass.
I just want
Okay.
I throw a copper into her cup.
So you're kind of like within reach where you can drop the copper.
Yeah, I'm just.
She sees it. She kind of looks up and she's like, "Oh, bless you, sir. What is your name, traveler?"
I am Zlatan.
"Well, my name is Midge. It's a pleasure to meet you. Have you been to Lund before?"
Yes, a few times.
"Oh, you a student at the university? We don't see many of your kind around here."
Oh, as far as the fan. Oh, the fans.
There's quite a few questions.
That was the dog, I swear.
My life.
"I don't mean to pry, my friend. You're the
hell,
first in a
see.
while that has dropped a coin into my cup. It's dark times here in Lund.
I drop one more copper.
Bless you, sir.
Well
Bless
then, you have a good day.
you." She grabs out at your cloak to grab onto your arm.
Okay.
You pull away.
She can grab me, but I look very sternly at her arm.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Intimidation is strength.
Charisma.
Yeah, charisma.
There's a
4.
So you look very sternly at me. "Hey, stop it!" But she kind of sees your look and notices it kind of like wavering as you're like kind of staring really hard, but not like keeping the hold of the look.
Yeah.
And so she kind of sees that and just sort of bears down in her grip, kind of like that old lady strength, where she just
Old lady
wraps
strength.
those like gnarled fingers into your robe more and more.
Yeah.
And she's like,
She's like
Yeah.
unrolling.
so she looks at you and she's like,
Holster
I appreciate the help. If you really want to help, though, see Terra Grantham, just beyond the cliff. Listen, children have been missing in these parts, and it's not from the rich part of town.
Oh shit.
If you catch my drift. The money is going to go to the families because
Wait, my character doesn't.
Mayor Jonas Holson and his town council have turned a blind eye to those of us in the sprawl. They're neglecting all of the poor who've lost children over the last month. There's at least 12. If you go to the notice board in the middle of town, you'll notice missing children from weeks, months. We need help in Lund. And she lets go of your arm and walks off, still shaking her glass, or her little tin mug. Alms for the poor, the children of Lund, for the broken families who part too soon.
Alright.
What do
Lomar.
Lomar's way ahead of you.
I'm
at this
way
point.
ahead.
Yeah,
Is that what I mean?
No, you're
No,
by yourself.
you're by yourself right now,
How far
unless.
behind am I?
So at this point, Zlatan really wouldn't have made it very far off the docks. Maybe 20 feet from the ship.
Okay.
So you would be within sight distance, probably not hearing distance. So you would have at least seen Midge grab his sleeve and like pull him in to talk, but you would not have heard anything that they talked about.
So then Tolvari is going to run forward a little bit to catch up and like kind of tuck his hand under your arm.
Oof.
And you hear my voice in your head saying, "Are you okay? What was that about?"
As
Sorry.
It's okay.
I
It's okay.
hear that, I'm a little startled. But I just tell you, I just quickly pat you on the arm and say, and just nod my head.
Okay.
And then, and so Midge has already walked off.
Yeah, she's already walking down the dock towards the other
Alright.
ships that are in dock.
Tolvari, let us catch up with our friends to discuss some things that have been happening in town. How often have you come here, Tolvari?
I've been to town once or twice, but I have to say, and then you keep hearing my voice in your head, but my lips aren't moving when I say, I've never been accosted by a woman like that in the street.
I'm gonna see if I can roll to see if there's a hidden meaning behind what you just said.
Okay, so
Insight.
go ahead and roll. Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check. See if you can through your studies understand if there is some sort of hidden message there.
20.
Natural?
No.
Okay.
So,
Is there music?
you don't pick up on a hidden meaning, but you do find that when you are speaking back to me, you aren't speaking. You are just thinking at me and communicating that you're.
I'm okay.
He's thinking
Yeah.
so meanly.
I think back to you. Everything's fine. We just need to discuss what she had informed me of with my friend Lamar, and just see how we want to proceed. Would you like to join us in the tavern?
If you'll have me.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Let us.
Like how we
Proceed.
both reacted to the same.
All right. Sounds good. And so we take off together.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So the two of you head off towards the Captain Custard Pot with Lomar far ahead of you, just about at the entrance. And we'll go back inside of the Captain Custard Pot. So at this point, for the last probably hour or so, Milia Grovetree and Bruskenin have been just catching up, as two acquaintances do at the bar, as his folks do who sit around a bar together, with Thalgri there filling up their glasses as soon as they're empty, knowing that his favorite customers are here at the bar, making sure to keep tabs on them. So until you need anything, I'm just going to step in the back for a second.
Well, great.
All good? Yeah,
You're
thanks,
a little,
Chris.
little
Okay.
talkative.
No, sorry.
We're good.
You tapped another cab, right?
Wait.
You tapped another.
You've already. She's had too much.
We haven't.
Yeah,
She's
Yeah,
had
probably.
too much.
that's all
Well,
right. It's all right. We've already tapped 2 kegs for you. Don't worry.
good.
All right. Right. So I'll just be in the back. Just hide if you need me. To my friend in the corner. Do you need anything?
Yes, please. Another tea would be wonderful.
The same thing.
Yes, please.
Yes, right away. So Thalgri dips into the back, emerges again with a pot of steaming tea that he brings over to the corner and sets on the table in front of you.
So, Bruskinen,
Yeah.
how do you like those students from the whichever, the University of whatever?
I don't know. I don't know. Their luggage is light. That's the most thing that matters to me.
Yeah,
As the 2 of you are talking, the door
can't
to the tavern
understand
opens.
the iron quill shit.
Yeah.
The door opens at the tavern, and entering is a tall, slender, blue-skinned, human-looking figure. But to your eyes, you would recognize immediately that it's not a human. Lomar, what do you do?
Amelia! You ready to start drinking? We just graduated.
You know each other?
Yes, you do know each other.
What?
Acquaintance
What?
only.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
know
do.
that. I didn't
Acquaintance
know that.
only.
I didn't know
Only
that.
at the bar, we
Acquaintance
just
only.
drink.
He
So
came
am I-
in there. He came in there like he had a couple. Okay.
So am I blackout, or is this?
No.
No, you
Man,
got it.
you hold your liquor just.
And this is.
Bruce is here too.
Lomar.
Let's go.
I don't
What is this, Lomar?
What?
Lomar?
So you're
Are
still
you
you're
serious?
still at the dock, FYI.
Are you back
Yeah.
from
Okay, just
school?
making sure.
Just graduated.
You graduated.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad. So can you like blow up stuff with your magic powers now?
I can do some things. I'm not as well versed as many in the world, but I can do some things.
Lomar, why?
Maybe with some drinks I can show you.
So Lomar, do you come into the bar, or are you standing in the doorway?
I make my way to the bar.
Sounds good.
I kicked open the door.
Yep,
Sorry.
perfect.
I only know Bruce and Amelia by just acquaintance from
A
being
la
at the bar.
Emperor's New Groove.
Yep.
Boom, baby.
Boom, baby. Yep.
You look pale.
You look very
I
pale,
always
but
look this way. It's the color of my skin.
So at this point, the
You're not
tavern.
used to
Your
Even
seeing
if you have
clothes?
blue ass, you look pale.
what?
So at this point, the tavern door opens again, and you see a second tall, thin, blue-skinned humanoid
No.
walk
I'm
through
not
the
bitten.
door.
Thick.
Sorry, thick, little thick boy.
Little thick boy.
Two
Big
C's or
linebacker.
CK?
Thick linebacker. Sorry.
Damn, boy.
You see a muscular.
Fucking unit.
You
walks
see a
in.
unit. You see a fucking unit walk through the door.
Yeah.
He doesn't even open the door. He just walks.
He just
into it.
bumps into it. The door opens for him. It's just.
I do have a plus. I have a plus. Skill.
No, you're
You're on strength.
absolutely correct. All of
Wait,
your
Who's this
descriptions.
guy?
So walking into the tavern now, you see a large, muscular, blue-skinned, humanoid-looking creature, as well as behind him, a taller, slender, sort of fair-skinned, human-looking individual as well. And the door shuts behind them. And now it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you in the bar, and Thalgri's in the back at the moment.
Lomar, do you have friends? You made friends at university?
Well, you have to have met my friend Zlatan before.
Zlatan.
Yeah.
Do you not
He's
remember?
pretty quiet.
You know me and my love for, you know.
Roll. Let's see. Roll an insight check.
Me?
Let's just see if you know.
Uh,
Yeah, no, you don't know. Zlatan at all.
I rolled a 2.
Not yet. No, you definitely.
Well,
definitely
this is
don't
my
know.
friend Zlatan, and let me introduce you to my other friend,
Do I know-
Tavari.
Do I need a...
We don't know Tar.
Nope, you don't need to
I was
roll
like,
anything.
on the
You're fine.
Tavari.
Tavari! I love your black hair. It's very cool.
Hi, thanks. I really like your curly hair.
It's just going everywhere. Sorry if there's bones and feathers in there.
I love it.
I haven't showered in weeks.
You should really stop.
Shh.
Yeah.
Biasno, what are you doing as you see this group of very odd-looking creatures all of a sudden talking to one another, especially as a human sitting, drinking your tea in this port town, even in a town as sort of progressive as Lund, two Vidalcan and a Goliath standing at the bar together is almost a segue to a bad joke. So it would stand out to you as something that is not quite normal.
So I'm sitting in my booth area by myself, blowing on my tea that's extremely hot since you just brought it over, staring up over my tea at this group
Is this
of
Caroline or her character?
random ouch.
It melts.
Ouch, Lotar. Lotar.
Lotar?
Lotar.
Just like
Lotar.
Lotard.
Blowing over my tea, looking at this eclectic group of individuals who have decided to gather at this bar, wondering how I can maybe use them for the mission that I'm trying to achieve.
At this point, Thalry comes out of the back of the inn, or the tavern, excuse me, and notices all of a sudden there's this large crowd at his bar. He's like, "What? Whoa! Alright, it's a party! We're gonna top a third keg!" And he goes back into the back.
Yes, it's a third keg. I told you to top 2, but maybe 3 now.
And you hear him from the back, "Billy, you're cut off!"
No.
I'm just joking!
Come on. When we find a place to sleep tonight, remind me, I need to speak up to you of something quite serious.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you want to wait until tomorrow?
Well, yes, tonight we celebrate.
Tonight we celebrate.
So, I don't think I've met you. Tabari?
Yeah, that's my name. And you are? I saw you from the ship, and you were really strong lifting those boxes. I want to say that was you did some great work.
Yes. I am good at lifting things.
That's awesome.
He can throw me in the air. I'm 3'1". He's 7'10" or whatever.
What brings you to the
Cat and custard.
Cat and Custard?
So as you guys are talking,
Custard.
Custard. So it is custard.
Custard.
Like a
Yeah.
little-
Yeah.
So it's the cat and custard.
Cat, yeah, cat,
Yeah,
like
that's
the
what
animal,
everyone said
custard, like the
1,000
dessert.
times.
And the
Could
kitty
not
cats
hear
like
it.
the
And
custard.
just remember that the tavern
I'm
is
so
actually
high
called.
up I can't hear you guys.
No,
I'm
that's
on
it's
the-
Goliath.
Yeah.
Lowlander.
Cat
Maybe
and
they
The vibrations
Custard.
come out by the time they get up there.
Yeah. So as you guys are talking, you hear a couple of faint bells in the night. At this point, the sun has begun to really set, and we've hit sunset. Thalry comes to the back, and he says, "All right, lads. Well, if you've been here before, you understand. Town rules, no weapons. Everyone's in for the night. That's the bell to mark the beginning of the night's watch. So you have to stay here, or you have about 30 minutes to find somewhere to stay. We have enough rooms for everyone to stay tonight. 2 silver each. Gets you a bed, a blanket, and a chest to store your gear."
Am I in the tavern yet, or am I still?
You're still at the ship. What would you like to do?
Just tie it back.
You were
Everybody continues on
you
the
were
mission.
But I can
He's
see
just tying it.
I can see it like it's like a rodeo cowboy. Like,
yeah. The old
It's
the
like-
old guy was so impressed, and you were so happy that you impressed him. But you've just been sitting there like lassoing rope around the moors for like an hour. You're just like, "You're such a fucking badass."
So the knot at this point is like this big.
Massive, massive. You at this point you have tied and untied your rope about 3 times.
The captain walks by and he's like, "Again?"
So yeah. So what would you like to do, Andrew? Excuse me.
You said 2
Fuzzy
silver,
one.
right?
2 silver. Yep, 2 silver for the night.
I'm staying in the stables.
So it's called the cat and the custard, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, give me 1 second. We'll figure that out.
I mean, the stable's attached to the.
There's no stable attached to the tavern. The stables are outside of the city walls.
I want
I guess I'm in the alley.
I want to
Right.
convince.
If
Wait,
Bruskin's making his way towards the door, I will gently touch him and say, "Where are you going? Don't you want to stay the night?"
Can't afford
Is there
it.
a-
Did you motion to
Not,
yourself?
not with me.
Is there a way
I'll
for
follow
me?
you, friend.
Am
I
I?
don't want to owe you.
I want to like roll
It's no
like
trouble
a.
at all.
You take-
After all, it's a celebration for them.
I'm used to the cold.
That's not right.
12 the silver.
Okay.
I didn't realize there was no stables. This is what
Thalry sees you heading for the door and he says, "Hey, Brett, you can sleep wherever you want, but you don't have to stop drinking yet."
8 silver. 8.
Okay, I'll just sleep on the floor.
Silver
We can do a persuasion check if you want to. If you want to see.
standing there.
I'm not trying to persuade anybody.
Okay.
No, but Thalgree's trying to persuade you. I'm just
Oh, I
asking.
don't mind.
Did it persuade
Easily
Charlie or did
persuaded
it persuade
by
Bruce?
Pierre. Bruce just needs a place to
So,
stay.
um,
Okay,
silver.
Thalgree?
Baldry.
Thalgree, do you mind if I sleep in the kitchen?
It wouldn't be the first time, would it, Bruce?
Glad to hear it.
All right. You know the routine. You help me clean the dishes in the morning. Kitchen's yours.
Sounds good.
Right.
Thank you for the offer.
Of course.
So for my guy,
Fuzzy Knuckles, go ahead.
I want to like do a somersault kind of through the front door and go like, "Oi, oi! The cat has arrived!" and flick a gold coin up to the counter.
Can I
Yeah.
please?
Acrobatics. Hold on. This is gonna be a double check here. I'm gonna
Oh,
need,
No. I want
You're
to
gonna-
be. Remember, I just walked outside.
No. You did walk outside.
And I turned around and I talked to him.
So you see
I
Andrew.
want
You see
to
Fuzzy Knuckles like walking towards the door.
Slam the door
No.
on Fuzzy Knuckles.
Oh.
Wait, so are you?
Unbeknownst.
So you're walking outside.
No, I was walking back in.
you're walking
turned
back
around.
in.
I was like, I'll stay.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So is it a push kind of situation where
Yeah.
I'm going at it?
You gotta,
so-
no, I'm just saying the checks can be hard.
No, that's
You
fine.
gotta-
No. So Andrew, this is now turning into a 3-roll check for you,
All right.
and 1 counter roll check for Charlie, just for fun here. So Andrew, first. So first go ahead and roll a strength check, and Charlie roll strength. Roll straight strength check. For both of you guys.
That's not great.
Oh, that's not good.
It's a 9.
Okay.
9.
Okay, so we're gonna say Andrew is the tie there, so it goes through. So the door does shut, but you're able to push it open with whatever you decide to do
I'm
next
sorry.
to it.
With your little kitty foot.
I didn't know how the proficiency works because
No, he said just straight.
It's just strength.
Just strength though.
Just strength, no
Well, what's
proficiency.
this thing? It
No
says
problem.
for saving. It's a
saving throw. Yeah,
My
not,
bad,
this is just
my bad.
straight strength. You're trying to
Straight
shut the
strength,
door.
nine.
He's trying
I'm
to
sorry,
push it
my
open
bad.
with this.
I'm still learning.
Okay, so Spud, go ahead and do your acrobatics check to see
Here we go.
how this is gonna look.
That's very good.
Okay.
18 plus 8.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. So the door does shut in front of you, but you're able to knock it open while you do this incredibly elaborate somersault into the tavern. As you roll forward, your tail actually comes up and pops the door with violent force as it flies open, and you finish your somersault standing up on your leg going pasha, and now do a performance check to hit that gold coin. Let's see where it lands.
17
Yep.
plus 5.
Yeah, that's straight on. So you stand up in the pasha stance, hit that gold coin, and it just like a perfect fucking Tom Brady spiral. Like shh, right into the cup that Thalgree is getting ready to pour your beer into. And it's just like, so, ping! And he goes, what? You're right! Pulls the coin out, fills it up, looks around and says, who just threw that at me? Harry! He's like, alright.
Carry.
No, that's not it.
No, that's the response.
Yeah, that's the response.
It was whatever
So,
came
It was the
up.
drunk. I don't remember what it is.
So
he said it sounds to me
Thalgree,
like Harry King.
Harry Carry.
Thalgree sees you, raises
Harry
the mug,
Kitty.
places it
Harry
on the
Kitty.
bar, and says, "You drink for the rest of the night, sir. Thank you."
I just do one of these numbers.
Yep. He says, "All right, that'll be another gold coin. It's only for you, friend.
What?
To drink.
How is a gold coin one drink for me?
It's not.
For the
You
round.
drink for the rest of the night on 1 gold coin."
Yeah, no, I meant like I just want to buy a round for everybody because these are all the shipmates at this point.
Correct.
And I'm assuming if this is the bar that I go to, I know her and her. I don't know if I know her. Or
You
her
don't-
and him. I don't know.
Like,
if I know
Asna's
her.
not in the conversation
Do
yet.
you know me?
It's so for the 6 drinks that you're trying to purchase, Thalgree says to pay 1 gold coin.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4,
You're not actually
5,
buying
6.
drinks.
Do
You just
I
pay the one
do I know
gold
both
coin.
of them?
You guys want to bend with me?
What?
Do I know?
You just
do I know
slammed the
both of
door,
them?
so you're outside.
So
No,
you
no,
would
I
know-
slammed the door to stay inside,
Yeah.
and as I did
Oh.
that, this fucking cat just goes, and I'm just like, what the fuck? That's what's
Like,
happening.
So Fuzzy Knuckles, you would know Bruce Kinnan, not by name.
Yeah, I don't really know anybody.
But you would
just be
definitely it would
barely
be
know
very unlikely for someone who has been on the HMS Jack at Daytona, which has made as many crossings of the Parchment Passage, to not recognize the Goliath
But
shoreman.
we're not like friends.
You're not friends. You don't know each other,
No.
but
Okay, then
But
it's
they're-
just
they're-
these
they're-
guys, and then the rest is a tip.
yeah, the rest you would not notice, or I'm sorry, you would definitely notice a Goliath longshoreman in any port you pulled into in Kareborum. And so for one to be here in Lund, across the Parchment's Passage, you're like, oh, I don't know you, but I know you.
You
Like,
probably
I've
don't
seen
know
you
me.
a lot of times.
So for the
Would he
time
know
being,
me?
That's
it's
the
just
one very
these-
large.
Okay,
giant.
so
Unless I know her.
Would he know me?
you don't know Amelia.
Okay, then it's just us for
Sounds
right
good.
now.
So Thalgri takes it, gives you 3 more pints of ale for your friends, and then also slides 5 silver to you. And just says, "Cheers, nice."
I just sit down at the bar.
Fuzzy
Don't-
Knuckles!
Oi, oi!
Another great
So
show.
you're gonna have to get my name right eventually, alright? It's been cute for the past week. You're gonna have to get it right eventually. And then I just turn back to my
Stop
beer.
giving him a hard time.
Andrew, roll
You've been taking on a
intimidation.
ship.
Hey, roll intimidation. You're trying to intimidate them to call you something different.
I
Me.
figured it would be
Uh-huh.
persuasion.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, alright.
Because you're aggressive.
Unnatural 20.
Oh yeah. So you guys aren't scared, but you're like, all right.
Wait, can I
It's
roll
just
against
I
that?
call him, not Fuzzy.
So- Not right now, no. And it's not because I don't want you guys to roll against it, but just because it's not like a real intimidation. Like it's
Okay.
just like, hey, like this is my real name, and so
Right,
it's more
right.
like, does the tone of the voice carry enough
Right.
for you to be like, okay, yeah, he's serious about this. Like you're not intimidated and like scared by what he did, but you notice that in his voice he's like,
Being
hey,
serious.
like yeah, I'm serious. Like it's cool to call me that nickname, but here's my real name.
All right, Knuckles.
You know, just do one of these kind of numbers.
A little thumbs up as you're
Did
drinking.
you just?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did like Fuzzy Knuckles. Would this be your like sign?
Could be.
That'd be sweet.
But no, I was just trying to sit on the outskirts of everything because I know like they have their own groups. So I'm like,
No, Fuzzy Knuckles, come drink with us.
So
need us on the
while you
outskirts.
guys are drinking together and chatting and carrying on about the night before and graduation and the grand ceremony that happens at Strixhaven when graduates matriculate, both Lomar and Zlatan look across the tavern and notice that the young human female sitting in the corner is also wearing the robes of a university student, but of a second year.
Are we all
We're all magic users.
Oh yeah,
Amazing.
boys. So you recognize across the tavern a student wearing second year robes, sipping on a drink, a beverage. You're unsure of what it is, sitting by the fire, just sort of peering over at you indiscriminately.
Tavar, do you know this? You know the other person across the room?
I don't know. Correct. Can't say I do. I think I
she's
would have
second year.
remembered. I would have remembered another human. I think.
So just as a reminder, Talvari is wearing the robes of
First-
a first year, which would essentially be like an apprentice's robe, so very plain.
Sure. But that's what I'm saying. Those are second year robes.
Mhm.
Have you ever come across it before? Can I recognize that it's like how far away is it? Do I recognize it's a
No more than
machine?
like across the room. So the total space of the inn would be no more than 20 feet from where you're standing to where she's sitting.
Do you recognize it?
I can't say I do any more than I recognize you.
It would be a lot easier for you, or a lot more realistic if you run into a second year than a fifth year. But you don't recognize it. Okay.
To be honest, I never made it out of first year.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
Remedial magic.
You don't need to go
I
apologize.
understand.
Should we invite her over? Celebrate.
Ayazna, go ahead and roll a perception check.
14.
Yeah, so you notice that as you're sitting there sipping your tea, all of a sudden that the people at the bar, at least 2 of them, start to glance your way ever so frequently as they're talking. And they're kind of eyeing your robes, and you see them sort of leaning in towards one another, not necessarily pointing at you or making it very clear that they're talking about you, but you have a sense that the conversation has shifted to your presence in the corner.
I ask Thalgri for another drink, and I head over to the table where she's sitting.
Right. So Thogri, what would you like?
What is
He
she
has a.
drinking?
Who's that? The woman in the corner?
Yeah.
Tea at the
The one
moment.
in the academy rooms.
Yes, tea. Just a thistle tea. Would you like a cup?
Sounds disgusting, but sure.
I think it is, but
To each their own.
right. And he goes back behind, pours you a cup. Yes. Hands it to you and says, "On the house. Good luck."
Thanks. I go over and I set it down and I say, hey, are you from the academy?
Were you planning on joining me?
Well, sure. Thanks for the invite. So I grab a seat and I ask you about the academy.
Sure, well, I actually don't go anymore.
When did you stop?
When they decided to not teach me things that I needed to learn.
What kind of things did you need to learn that they don't teach? I've been there for 5 years and they teach all kinds of things.
Well, there are certain things that are frowned upon by the university that they will not teach you and that you need to explore in other areas. I've decided that I need to pursue those other areas for myself.
So where are you headed then?
I need to go on a journey. I need to find new sources of knowledge that again are not quite available in our area.
Well, my name is Lomar, and as you can see, I travel with a friend of mine who is also a 5th year graduate as well. And we are actually venturing out into the world to learn magics as well. Would you like to come have a drink with us in celebration? We just graduated.
And I see that you're drinking the tea that I've selected as well.
No, this is for you. I don't drink that disgusting stuff.
Well, it keeps your mind very clear. What are you drinking?
Ale. This
you're
is a celebration.
Celebration of what?
Graduation. We just graduated.
Well, I suppose I should congratulate you on your education.
Thanks. I take my mug and I cheers the one that's sitting on the table. Feel free to come join us at any time.
Fantastic. I'll finish my tea here for now and then join you in a moment. Thank you for the offer.
Sounds good.
You head back into the bar.
Go back over to the bar.
Okay.
Full start on the education for your.
Did you recognize
Millie,
her?
I don't know who she is. I've never met her
Millie,
before, but
what are
apparently
you up
she's
to
out
at the
looking
bar?
for more magic that the academy couldn't teach.
So is he
Fair
still
enough.
near me or
Mhm.
did
Yeah, I'm
he
just sitting at the
At
bar.
this
like,
point,
I'm
think
alive
like
drinking, okay.
the bar is probably about 12 or 15 feet long. At this point, everybody is just belly up at the bar, having a good time. Thalgri is refilling, not paying too much attention to the copper or silver that's coming into his hand after getting 2 gold for the night. He's feeling really good, very happy to celebrate with people that he has known, that for years have come to the Captain Custard Pot as students studying in corners. And so to see them graduate, he is very much feeling part of the celebration. And so the ale is flowing, everyone's having a good time, just bellied up to the bar chatting.
I throw another ale over to
So-
Bruce and Melia.
It's Lomar, right? It was Lomar.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Lokar?
It's Lomar.
Lomar.
not low carb.
Okay. So, I was just wondering, Thalgri, your business is booming, man. Like, is there anywhere I could, like, stay here for the night? Because I think my mom would think bad of me if I went home a little bit twisted like I am now. Do you understand me?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah, so you've tapped like 3 kegs or whatever. Do you need any help in the kitchen or you know?
Milia, you can take the room in the back. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll settle in the morning. Not a problem. Maybe some of those pelts that you're wearing, you can give to me in the morning, and we'll figure it out.
Yes, definitely. I went out hunting, but please don't tell my mom.
You
I
know
don't-
your secret's safe with me.
You know, I'm taking care of all of the kids now, and sometimes I need to get a little bit out of, you know, the norm. And this is really great. Just don't tell my mom. I'll help out.
I understand. No,
You
it's
know, people good here.
not a
I'll
problem.
help you.
I've got you covered, Milia. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Stay in the
Thalgri.
back. We'll keep it from the mom.
And I'm like hiccuping as I say this.
He gives you a
Thank
wink
you.
of the eye and says, "Anytime."
Thank you, Thalgri.
Fuzzy, what are you doing?
I don't know her, right?
You do not know Milia.
Then I'm just kind of still hanging
Just
out
hanging
in the
and
bar.
drinking.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I'm just the ship that I'm a deckhand on. I'm just kind of waiting and doing bored sailor things, right?
Yeah, right now you're just hanging with this group you've kind of tagged on to.
Yeah. Then I'm just sitting drinking.
Cool.
Singing
Lots of-
shanties.
Yes. Ooh. Last time, what are you doing? You've been awful quiet.
That night.
I am drinking at the bar, kind of just listening to everyone's conversations. Just hanging out, writing in my notebook a little bit, tinkering and kind of chiseling out a piece of metal in my hand.
So Thalbury notices you chiseling at your piece of metal that you're kind of tinkering around with. And he kind of looks around at the bar and sees everybody's glasses are full and walks over to you and says, Zlatan, what's that you're working on there?
I'm trying to create a thing to pull beverages from the inside of the beverage.
Well then, how would you do that? That would be very impressive.
You mean ice?
You freeze water, but reusable. What I'm thinking is I will make a piece of metal that will fall into the bottom of your beverage and absorb the heat from that beverage to be used later.
Well, that's above my pay grade. Glad you went to the university. I don't know how to do that. Well, if you need anything, let me know, yeah?
Yeah.
Am I able to hear that conversation?
You would have heard that, yeah. The tavern is fairly empty. It's just the 6 of them at the bar, and they're at this point talking fairly quietly after sort of a long night of drinking, and you obviously have not been drinking, so your hearing would have caught that.
Well, I think that's a great idea, but look, man, you're working too hard. Let yourself go tonight. Enjoy your night. There's the rest of our lives to work, you know?
That's a good saying. I'm gonna write that down.
I don't remember what I said, but me either.
Can I hear all this?
Don't kill my dog.
Oh yeah, the inn is small enough that like really it's the inn's not at least the room that you're in this part of the tavern, excuse me, is not much bigger than really the room that we're sitting in.
Is
right
the moon full?
The moon is not full. At this point, it would be a waning moon.
Would I have gotten paid after getting to this dock being a deckhand?
No, being a deckhand, you get paid on the return trip, so you'll still be waiting for your payment.
Okay.
Millie.
You've done half the
Can you
journey.
see
The
straight north
the
fingers
journey is
over there?
back is where you
I
get paid.
think like
So the
3.5.
starting point is university?
The starting
Not
point
the
is the
3.5.
university.
I pick up Millie.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep
You pick her up.
I pick up Millie and I
Yeah.
say,
Do
how's that lady in the corner looking?
Let me get that strength check from you, and then a perception check from Milia with
It's
disadvantage
a
because you're being
7 foot guy.
thrown around by a Goliath.
And drunk's piss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
sheets.
I got
Yeah.
it. It's
What
All
you got?
right, what do I roll for?
What was your strength one?
19.
Yeah, that's good. So you pick her up pretty easily. So it's not. It's a perception check with
Yes, he's 3
disadvantage.
feet and he's a
So
Goliath.
roll
Yeah.
again.
If he couldn't pick her up,
15.
that'd be
roll
great.
again.
Well, you never know.
Yikes.
Uh oh.
I rolled 15. Why do I have to roll again?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage because
Oh.
you're piss drunk,
So
and you're
I'm-
being thrown around by a Goliath who's also piss drunk.
So I'm
So
6
I'm not
and 2,
drinking that much.
so
say it again.
The Ocho.
I'm
6
not
and
drinking
2
that
is
much,
8.
officially.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
8.
Yeah, no. So he does lift you up, but all you can tell is basically that there's a person sitting over there in dark robes.
Am
I know,
close?
Bruce. There's like a person sitting over there. I think like there's a little shadow. It looks like people. I don't know.
Sit down.
Do I see them?
Let me down.
You
I put
definitely
you down.
see them. This is not a big room. So as the Goliath yanks the halfling at the bar, you're like watching this like.
Do I see a pipe?
There is no one else in the bar. So as they yank the halfling up, you're definitely aware that they are trying
Yeah, he's
to
like.
figure out what you're
It's
doing.
like if she did it, if Charlie lifted her up
You
right
said
now to
10
ask
or
what
whatever.
stop
Yeah,
looked like.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm 3'1".
Yeah, you definitely.
They've got the right idea. Can I try?
Yeah, roll that strength check. Are you trying to pick up
Are you
Tamari?
trying to pick up me?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
Tamari.
We're gonna go ahead and do that at disadvantage because
Roll a
you guys
cool.
are both the same size. So you're trying to pick him up.
Wait, no, if she was disadvantaged for the Goliath.
That wasn't it. No, it was disadvantage for being
Oh,
drunk.
perception. Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
And drunk.
It wasn't the strength check that was at disadvantage, but this one will be because they're both the same size and been drinking for a while.
Really
This is our first
What is it?
first botch.
What is it?
What?
All right, so it's amazing.
I'm
So
sitting here just
you're
watching this.
you're like
Your arm
you're like
snaps
sitting there tinkering around, and you see this Goliath pick up the halfling, and you're like, yeah, I can do that. And you put away your tinkering set, and you look around, and you're like, Tavari. All right. So you just walk over as Tavari's trying to drink his ale, and you just like grab him by the waist and try to pick him up, but Tavari's like, dude, and it's just like squirming. So you drop him, and you both fall down, spilling your ale all over the ground.
You fucking idiot!
What
I
a
kick
drunk
his stool
laugh.
out from under him.
This is gonna be interesting. Go ahead and Scott make a dex save, and Sam make a strength check.
17.
Before Sam says his thing, can I do a counter deck save to try and save Scott's stool with my tail?
No.
No. Like,
It's
looking
a cool,
at it and be like,
it's a
fucking assholes.
super cool idea, but no. I think, at least in my mind, the order of the bar, you were too far away for that to be a reaction like that.
Okay.
I've got you on the other side, like next to Bruce,
17.
chatting.
Okay.
15.
15, 17? Cool. So you definitely kick the stool, but as you kick it, Lomar kind of like catches his feet, and he's like, yo. Yeah, he he's like, sees you, and he's like, bro. And then sips some more of his ale. He's like,
Take
dude.
it easy down there.
When I see this, can
Oh,
I
yeah.
approach the bar?
Yeah.
Right. What's your name? Thorgray? Thorgray?
Thorgray.
Thorgray, I'd like to close my tab after paying for 2 more ales for the individuals who just unfortunately collapsed on the floor.
Okay, so there'd just be the pot of tea and the 2 ales, so just give me a second.
Just buy you a drink, man. Drink up.
Do I hear her buying those?
You would definitely hear her buying those.
Alright,
Give
well,
me a
I guess
hand.
I'm gonna say, like,
Absolutely not.
don't
Try to
waste
get
your
the
money
job.
on these. These are my sailors. And then
Just
kind of
go.
throw my
Jesus,
own
Figure
silver,
it out.
the ones that you gave back to me as
Figure
change.
balls of time.
Because I had 2 spare ales, right?
You would have had 2 spare ales.
Yeah, so I'm just like, don't waste your money. These are my
Silly
boys.
boys.
And I just kind of,
You're silly boys.
don't waste your money on these ruffians. These are my men. I am responsible for what they do, and
My
I'll
men.
pay for their mistakes.
My man.
And I just throw the coins.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. And then Caroline roll an int check. Let's see if you persuade each other.
15 plus 5, so 1 natural 20.
9.
Yeah. Okay. So you hear the sort of, you know,
Bravado.
the bravado is the right word of this tabaxi sailor, and you kind of go, okay, and you kind of close your money back up in your hand.
More money for me then. You seem sane of mind. What exactly are you all planning on doing after this celebration of graduations?
Well, I did not go to the university. I'm just a sailor. I am here because they helped me out on our trip across, as is our agreement on taking students across the Parchment Passage.
Your
They have to
agreement.
owe their passage.
Sure, your agreement. Fantastic. And will you be taking them back to the university after this, or will you be taking them elsewhere?
I will be going back to university where they go. I don't give a shit.
As you guys are standing at the bar, you hear 3 sharp bells ring out in the night of the town. Fing, fing, fing. Thalry's eyes immediately begin to widen as he looks across the bar, pale face. He says, 3 bells. 3 bells. That's undead. That's undead! And you hear, all of a sudden, crashes from outside of the tavern as you hear the crashing of sword and armor, screaming and yelling as people are running from the streets. And all of a sudden, excuse me, the door of the tavern flies open. And a member of the Night's Watch flies in, just white face. Everyone that can help, into the streets! What do you do?
If we die tonight, I just want to say you're a really cool cat.
Hold on. Please tell me you all are joking. You're not going to go out there. You're all absolutely not sane of mind. You need to go to bed immediately. You will not help any of this situation.
Aubrey, what's going on?
If I go to bed, I may as well be dead. Oi, oi! And then I jump out the door.
I've never heard 3 bells. I've never heard 3 bells. At this point, Falgary is
Thorgray!
absolutely terrified. He's hiding under the bar, shaking.
Who's this lady with the tea? Who's she? Why is she saying like
Bailey,
no?
Bailey, shush,
I
shush.
just want to fight, alright? It's so fun.
Thalgri is at this point absolutely terrified, like to the point where he's petrified underneath of his bar. He's just hiding. He's literally trying to, with his fingernails, dig into his bar. He's trying to hide underneath of it so fervently that he's almost trying to pull his body into this space that he can't fit into.
I jump off my
Thalgri!
stool with the confidence of a sober person, but
You're not on your stool. You're standing on your feet. Your stool's
Thalgri,
picked up.
you
No,
have
it
a
wasn't. I
cellar.
caught myself.
Get in the
your
cellar,
feet.
Thalgri. We'll take care of you.
No,
Put the
you're
robe
not
on
really
the top of
saying
it.
that.
He's totally unresponsive.
Oh, sorry.
He's not
I
listening
jump
to
off
you
the
at all.
confidence of a sober person. I get up and I stumble on it.
Okay, let's all take this as a very
Let's go
grand
outside.
example. No, and Millie, hello, my name is Brao'Drana. It's fantastic to meet you.
Thank you.
I
As a
feel that
tinkerer
it's a very good
and,
opportunity for us to
artificer,
look at ourselves
I
and
have
wonder if
medicine,
we're capable
I'm
of fighting
proficient
right
in
now.
medicine. Would I be able to make a quick
Well,
little vial of
that's
something
not
and be
right.
carrying a vial
Brao'Drana.
of like something that would sober us up?
At this point, probably not, just because it wouldn't have been.
That was way off.
You wouldn't
But
have had access to
Brao'Drana,
anything
Me and
on
Bruce
hand.
Kinin
But
Could I
go
do,
ahead and
very,
do a
very
medicine check.
keen on this
See if you
area.
can, like,
We
from
may
your
have
studies,
had a
pull
lot to
something
drink.
together
You just
from
got
what's in
off
the bar.
shit for a long time. We also have some friends of ours who are students.
Natural 20.
They know a little
So
bit of
you
magic, but
immediately
they
jump
aren't like.
behind the bar and
Allow
just
me to
start
assure you,
mixing
your friends
things
are
into a bowl.
graduated
I'm
are
gonna get
next
them
to
in.
useless, considering
So
one of
that's
them is
gonna be
not our friend.
yeah.
I don't like
So while you guys were discussing the situation at hand, you notice Zlatan jump across the bar, and with his acuity towards medical knowledge that he gained at the university, he begins to pull bottles off of the wall and pour them into his different vials, shakes them up, mixes them again, shakes them again, passes them out to everybody. Can I get everyone to roll a Constitution save?
I'm not drinking.
You're fine. You're good.
Fail.
24.
Like, what type of
One.
fail? Okay.
What's
A natural 24.
Okay.
What's Constitution?
19.
I had a 1, so my constitution would be a 4.
Okay.
So it's 6 plus 2.
Yep.
8.
14.
Oh, I rolled a 5. A 5, but I'm not drinking it.
Perfect.
whatever it is.
So everybody except for Lomar, instantly, it's like clarity. It's just like it's like the camera focuses in the high definition, and you are immediately sober if you were intoxicated, and if you weren't, there's no effect. You just all of a sudden just feel a little bit more clear-minded.
Wow.
So I observe what's going around me. You, what was your study in the university?
3 more bells ring out.
I make things.
You make things?
I make things.
That's what you understand? That's what you gathered from graduating?
Well, didn't I just make that?
Oh God. Oh, God.
Miss, with all due respect, if they're gonna go out anyway, wouldn't you rather be there to babysit them?
You want me to babysit your recent grads whose purpose now is to create an ice cube that can attract heat?
Roll persuasion and roll heads.
I'm stumbling my way to the door.
Yep. Love it. I'm stumbling my way to the door. The one drunk guy, like, I'm not gonna take this shit.
I got
As
this.
he's doing that,
Yeah.
I would like to cast my cantrip.
Sam, hold up for 1 second while you're figuring it out.
9.
9?
Well,
12, yeah. So not persuaded by the idea of going out and babysitting these people while they do their thing.
So I'm very small,
Yes, you are.
and everything's going on around me.
Totally.
I've sobered up.
Yep.
So I don't know what this bar is like, but is there any way that I can go and like visualize what's going on in the streets without opening a door?
Yeah, you can just look out the window.
So I can like that's fun.
Yeah, you can just
So I know all this shit's going on,
Yep.
and I know a few
Yep.
people, and now everybody's
So the
getting to know each
noise that
other.
you would have heard mostly is you would
So
in
I'm
the
like,
inn, door, 2 windows. So you're going up to that window and looking outside, yeah?
yeah.
So it's pretty
What,
dark
I
by this
see-
point. The drinking has really caught up to you guys, and at this point it's pretty close to midnight, and so it's pitch
I
black.
thought we all
on the
got
evening.
sober by her.
Yeah. You're
Okay.
sober at this point, but you were very drunk. So you know,
Past
like
the
when
night.
you've been drinking and all of a sudden it's dark. That's what happened, and so
shit.
now you're
We're
looking out
singing
into the
Chumbawamba.
dark night.
I
Yeah.
didn't drink that much.
You're fine. So in your perception of outside,
Uh-huh.
all you really see is darkness. You see torches moving from place to place, but because of the darkness of the city, you really don't see more than that, aside from torches crossing roads, you know, groups of armored Night's Watch running down the road past the tavern towards the docks, but beyond that, you can't really see much what's outside.
Okay, where is everybody in the bar? Like, I'm at the window. If I turn around, am I
So
at
at this point-
a high enough point where everybody can see me from a point? Or are
Yeah,
they
yeah.
all looking down?
Yeah, we'll say that you, because of your height, you might have needed a chair to see out the window. But you're standing and looking out the window. Everyone can see you looking out the window. Lomar is very confidently walking towards the door right now. He's almost there, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
turn.
the rest of you are at the bar.
Can I, like, oh.
Can I cast Magic Stone on a stone I have in my pocket, and I throw it at the ground in front of Lomar, and kind of break the floor in front of him to get him to the notice that he's walking towards the door, and he should look around at me.
Yeah, okay, so is there a spell check with that, or do you just... Okay,
No.
cool. Yeah, so you do that.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, cool, no worries. Lomar, go ahead and roll a perception check with disadvantage since you're still drunk.
Okay. Perception?
Perception. See if you see this broken floor in front of you.
3.
Yeah, no, you don't see it at all. You just keep on walking to this floor. I'm guessing it just like kind of does this number.
Oh, it's that spell causes 1d6 plus my spell modifier, so it causes 1d6 plus 5 of damage. Do you want me to roll that to see how much of the floor is chilling?
Yeah. You might put a hole here. Just gonna get really interesting.
9?
Oh yeah, man. Okay, so shit. Okay, so you throw this stone in front of the door to try and stop Lomar, and it hits a weak spot in the floor that's been weathered by years of people walking into the tavern. And as it hits, the floor breaks open. Like, it just breaks open. And Lomar, you step into the hole not noticing it and fall into the cellar. So, go ahead. Oh, man. Here we go.
So I stare in absolute disgust and say, under my breath, they let anyone graduate from this university now.
Not me.
Let me graduate.
So, Scott, go ahead and make a dexterity check. An acrobatics check, I'm sorry.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
That's going to be a 20. Unnatural.
Cool. Okay, so the floor opens up, and you successfully, even though you fall, you successfully just kind of fall and then land on your feet, and you're just like, what the fuck just happened? Because now you're in the cellar of the tavern. No damage.
Would my character have noticed him doing that?
You guys, yeah, again, this is a small room. Everything that's happening, you're
It's
noticing.
like a
Why would
Richmond
you
bar.
do
Like,
that?
you just heard,
The fuck
you
is
just
wrong
watched
with
Sam
you?
throw a rock, a giant hole open, and
You're
Lomar fall into it.
Go
Right. Then I guess my
Yes,
guy's gonna get very angry.
Because I don't want to just sit in the
Because this is a
bar all
town he
night.
goes to a lot.
I need
Yes,
to move
definitely.
the story along.
Then I guess I'm gonna like throw my glass at him.
Who
and do, like,
cares?
just do
I'm
like
gonna
a hissing
If
sound.
we all just stay inside, nothing happens and
Okay.
the story ends.
Yeah.
All right, so
The town is doing an alarm and they
Yes,
need help.
yeah,
and
dude.
then he breaks the floor in front of the guy trying to help. My guy
all
would
of
be
this,
very angry.
all of
right?
this is happening. Yeah. So go ahead and throw. Let's see. Do dexterity check with advantage because you're not very far away and you are now 100% sober.
Okay, we'll
Someone
look at
gets
first.
smacked.
12 plus, is it proficiency dex or just straight dex?
It's. I mean, it's technically an acrobatics or an athletics check, I guess, because you're throwing something.
Then that would be 12 plus 3, so 15.
Cool. What's your AC, Sam?
12.
Okay, so you take. So as you do this, and we see Lomar fall, and you guys are yelling at each other about what just happened, you feel this. You said your glass.
The thing I'm drinking my beer
So you just
out
take
of.
your mug and throw it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
not like
you
not like at his
turn into a
head,
bar
but like
right,
throw
right,
it
right.
at
No,
his-
no, yeah. So you feel this.
The alternative is a bar.
You feel this.
The town's
thud.
under attack, and this is a place I've been going to for 12 years.
You don't need to justify it.
Yeah.
You throw it
No,
in, and you feel this
I agree with
thud
you.
on your back shoulder, Sam. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as this mug just smacks you into the back, kind of like right between your shoulder blades, where it just like hits, and you're just like, oh.
Then I guess I just do like a hissing sound, take out my claws, and then run for the door and try to grab. Is Scott or is Lomar a
Scott's-
full floor below me?
Yeah, so he's 10 feet below you, so you wouldn't be
Then
able to reach him.
okay, I jump to the hole and reach down for him.
Okay, what do you do?
I reach up, looking for help.
Okay, go ahead.
Still
Jesus
still
Christ.
drunk.
Yeah, so you would roll strength, straight strength with disadvantage because you're drunk, so we'll add that in as like you're not able to grab it entirely. Andrew, go ahead and just roll straight strength save, or check, excuse
9.
Jesus.
me. Yeah. No.
5.
Yeah, so both you reach, you reach in, but between Lomar being drunk and you being tired from a full day's voyage, you're not quite able to grab onto him.
I'm looking
work
for
you did
stairs.
earlier.
But you get the idea,
Go
right,
to the
bro?
stairs.
I'm looking for stairs.
Yeah,
You
it's
just-
right in front
You
of you.
slap hands.
Yeah.
You slap
Yeah.
hands. Hey, what's up? Okay.
You got this, right? Try to play it off.
Back upstairs?
No,
Can
I was
I-
high-fiving him.
Oh, gotcha.
Can I roll a performance check, acting like I'm trying to play it off?
No.
As I watch them slap hands, I run over and tell Lomar, stairs, let's go.
I'm already on my way. Visibly annoyed.
Yeah.
I kind of chuckle to myself because I know he's pissed at me.
Yeah.
And as that's happening, I take out my bow staff
Mm-hmm.
and just tap it twice on the floor, looking it over a little bit, and open the door, getting ready to run out once Lomar gets there.
Got you. So Lomar arrives. So it's Lomar, Zlatan, Fuzzy at the door, getting ready to step outside. Anyone else
Where am
moving
I?
towards the door? Bruskin, what are you doing?
I've been watching this absolute shit show with Scott
Yep.
generally, and I just reach over the bar and pick up the bartender and like this, and he's still freaking out, I imagine.
He is.
And I say to him, do you have something I can hit people with?
Not me.
So are you looking for like a weapon?
I mean, I'm just like a teamster.
You're just looking for anything. You're looking
I
for
can
anything
throw
at all.
barrels at people at this
Yeah.
point.
So Thalgri, he wouldn't have a weapon as an innkeeper or as a tavern
something
keeper.
to hit somebody with was the
He
exact words.
yep,
I used.
he reaches underneath of the bar and just grabs like this old wooden club and hands it to you.
Yes.
Small Goliath, please hold while I mend this floor, and I have a mending spell.
Did you just call me small Goliath?
Lomar from the back of the room goes, ooh. Damn.
I just snicker.
There's no like, well, the
It's a
spells are.
cantrip, right?
It should be a cantrip,
Cantrip,
right?
yeah.
I will aid.
Where am I?
So go ahead and throw with advantage.
What is
What am I
happening?
throwing?
I don't actually know what's happening.
She's fixing the hole in the floor that Sam created when it threw up.
There's no throw associated with it. It's just you mend something that's split in half, at least like a foot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're good. So you don't
So
have to do
I
anything.
touch
So
it?
you can just you just walk up to the hole, touch the floor in front of you, and just make sure you have the materials that are supposed to come with it. So just say on there.
Where am I within the bar?
You're still sitting on the
2
bar, so
load
very drunk.
stones. You have
No,
those.
I was looking out the
she's
window
so
earlier.
right now.
Oh, that's
So
right,
am
that's right.
I at
Yeah,
a
you're
higher
already
point?
so drunk.
You're the drunk one.
Oh, or the arcane
Oh,
focus.
that's
Good call.
Oh,
I have
Then
arcane
that
focus.
makes
I'll
sense.
touch my staff.
So you're helping out.
Checks out.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Am
Yeah,
I
we're set.
at a? Sorry. Am I at a higher point in the bar, or am I just looking?
Right now, you're
out?
still on the stair. While you're on the chair while this has been happening, and you've been looking out the window, just kind of
That's right.
doing your thing. So we'll say that you successfully mend the floor, so it's now fixed.
Fantastic. Please continue.
Sorry,
Oh.
Keith.
Thank you for doing that.
Thalgri's still
And
kind
I
of shaking. But he's like,
yeah,
all right.
I just dropped Thalgri to the floor, take the club, and
Yep.
head to the door.
Okay.
I'm on my way to the door as well.
Cool.
For the second time.
Yeah, man. Can I get everybody to roll initiative?
Here we go. First fight.
Here we go.
I need more beer. Ran out.
Oh! Oh, no, you're a hobbit. You're a hobbit. Roll again.
Oh, I can roll again.
Hey, fuzzy toes, fuzzy knuckles.
That can come into play later.
Oh shoot, I'm locked in. I'll just go back down.
Did you
You're
mean
big.
vodka, Charlie?
You're real big.
No, I just need ice in my cup.
I'll grab me
I'll
ice.
grab you ice. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Can you grab me one too?
Pint glass?
Oh, is this mine?
I'm gonna drop
Yeah,
kick you in the
he got it for
forehead,
you.
so it's
What
Look.
a nice gentleman.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Do you guys have
Sometimes I think what it puts
minis that we want to use for
the
this?
character each.
I feel like this has happened a lot with our characters, by the way.
Thanks, bud.
God
you.
damn it. Ooh, I have one. I have one.
Did you bring something to drink?
No.
There's actually a battle map for this scene, but I didn't print it off because I didn't know if we'd get this far. or not.
Chris, can you pass this?
Yep, give me 1 second.
It's like literally just like a.
Doing hot girl
there's no
shit.
menu. Thank you. Do you mind? There's a bottle both of your feet. The right of your
Alright.
foot.
Miniatures. What did I have?
Thank you very much.
So, Lomar is at the door.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm about to fuck shit up.
he's not fully painted.
The
That's okay.
other
Sam is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
What was that?
I'm sorry, Zlatan is there.
I'll go grab it.
You can ask Bayless. I'm a stickler for.
That's okay.
Character.
No. I appreciate it.
Can't wait for my
I
actual
agree.
mini to get
Free what?
my actual mini.
Oh yeah.
I know. I can't wait to get
Nice.
mine.
You get the
It's
club
gotta
soda
be-
for me?
Weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I know it's gonna be so cool. Mine shows
So
up.
Sam was
Thank you
making
so
his
much.
on Discord, and I was like, dude, that's gonna take like a month.
It's
To
a
get.
very, very
it takes
rudimentary.
forever.
So when
Yeah.
we went to Gen Con, they had this facial recognition stuff where
Yeah.
you already heard all the
This is
story.
kind of how
Well,
I.
did you ever get them?
Nope,
Really?
never got them. They looked at the whole scan thing we put down
Oh.
They probably lost all their
Smash
capital.
the chair to the table.
I didn't mean to.
It's okay. No worries.
She's
Alright,
drunk.
Bruce.
Yeah,
Did I already get. Oh, I have yours.
I'm at
Who am I
the door.
missing? Miniatures.
Club.
Did you get mine?
No.
21.
No.
Those are the
Your
mini.
mini.
The
Swing and a miss.
The dude.
Yeah.
The little-
How you
what
feeling?
miniature do you
How
wanna
you
use?
feeling today? Pizza.
I thought you meant
That's not
initiative.
what I-
It's all good. We'll get all that in a second.
Y'all haven't met Mr. Man, right?
We've been like 4 times
Three
tonight.
times tonight. Three times tonight.
Morgan, do you have a miniature?
Just
He's
trying
a
to
big
move the
boy.
story
Yeah.
along.
Yeah,
Use this one.
He's
Okay.
so
This is. Wait.
That's
This is.
The ranger is Morgan, the corgi is me.
That's you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after it came to
And then I'm gonna say that Morgan's character was like looking out the window right here.
Roll a disadvantage on everything, and you're probably gonna blast one of us.
It's possible.
Yeah.
That's what drunk people do.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to get you to fall into a hole.
I'm falling into a hole. I'm still coming up the stairs.
Did not see that coming, by the way. That was a curveball.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of those.
He's
That's
the
okay,
biggest
man. I
cat
like
I've
it.
ever had in my life.
I'm gonna break your game.
Nah, you won't.
He's huge. He's bigger than my
Now it's
my
a
body.
challenge.
That's okay.
like.
Guess who
without
gets to
my leg
pretend what
full
their roles
stretch.
are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, way bigger.
That's nuts.
I rolled a 39.
Amazing.
He's too
Amazing.
smart.
Strength check.
He can open
Got
doors
it.
and shit.
I'm a kitty, opening doors and shit.
Oh, by the way, we're out after this.
Every day
Instigation.
is the best day of my life. Fucking die.
The weapons they're holding are not exactly indicative of their abilities.
I'm sorry, you didn't buy all
Just-
the minis with weapons that correspond
You take
to.
my-
Well, no, but they can only hold one thing at a time, so that's the
Where's
issue
my
here.
guy?
I'm
All right,
obsessed.
so
Archer.
hold on.
And they all carry
Without
bone
painting
white
pig.
swords and bone white shields.
I'm without me.
Yeah, all of them.
All white.
And
They're
my
all
leg
made of
over
plastic.
there, like,
It's really
You're
weird.
crazy.
looking
Right.
out the door, yeah.
This is why you don't recycle.
Everybody.
You're looking out the window.
All right.
Oh, I'm still looking out the window.
Yeah.
How did you
25 to
Oh,
20.
I'm on the outside.
25 to 20. Going once, going twice.
No.
We'll skip right
Wait,
past you.
oh wait, what? I'm 21.
All right.
Oh, what? Where?
Initiative.
Initiative? How long?
You're 19.
How do you know?
14 plus 5.
20 to 15.
Your initiative is plus 5.
She has 20
Initiative.
dex.
Oh, Jesus.
So 19, 18,
Wait, how
16.
Best I've ever rolled in my life.
So it's
Plus
gonna
2, what
go
is that?
Morgan Scott.
Millie, Millie
Yeah.
Lomar, Telari, and
19.
oh, never mind.
Oh shit. Okay.
Sorry.
By
No, no,
option.
no.
Well,
it's fine.
let's go by his system. Like his system works. Sorry.
No, it's okay. This is
He calls
fuzzy.
out the numbers. You talk.
The range.
And then miasma.
Don't those two need to figure out who's their order?
He's already done it.
1,
Yeah.
2.
No, no,
Oh,
1,
plus
2.
Amelia.
There you go. Next range.
I mean,
Next range.
Bias and then Milia is what I've got.
She's
What about
sober.
me? Oh,
I am sober. My tea was great.
Why are you freaking out there, buddy? Okay, next range.
Which one of you has higher dexterity? That would decide it.
My dexterity is +5.
What's your actual score though, not your modifier?
20.
Okay. I'm guessing that's
Oh,
gonna
she
do it.
wins. She wins.
Do I? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it would be
20
very.
is the max you can have. Speed.
I know, but.
Okay. What was that? 15. So 14 to 10.
11.
11. Okay.
Actually,
10.
yeah, why'd you do
10?
a bottle opener, goddammit?
That's it.
Anybody having a bottle opener on the keys?
Nope. I didn't.
Mine's hanging up.
Okay.
On the
So this is
key rack.
where we're at right now. If you need to step closer to the map, feel free.
Where's the door?
Ruby, right in front of you.
Couldn't see through the manager.
No worries. Well, Fuzzy's first.
What's he doing?
He's getting keys.
Solid timing.
Andrew,
No worries.
come
No,
on.
it's okay. If
They're
he's
right there
if he's
on the
taking.
wall.
You're good, bud.
You did ask me to leave the table, and now you're yelling at him to get back to the table.
I didn't tell him.
Ready, Spud?
Yeah.
So you have first initiative. Here's you in the back.
Then I'm gonna. Do I know all the skeletons? Like, there's a skeleton right outside the front door.
Right now, you don't know anything because Millie couldn't see through the dark.
Okay. Then
The
I'm
only
going-
person who knows what's going on is Lomar because
Then
he's
I'm-
standing in front of the door.
I'm gonna go headlong out the door, and just like kind of dive out the door like I did coming in.
Sure. So right now you can't do that because you can't go past. Oh no, you can't go past them.
You can.
Yeah.
You can go
I
past
have
front.
an agility.
Yeah,
I can
you're
double
fine.
my speed.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. It's more of the person in the square, but with a
Mechanics,
friendly.
mechanics
you
of
can't.
going through
Yeah.
people in squares. But
So
can't
you
go
want
through
to
friendly
you want to go out. You just want to go out the door. So that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you can get here.
Oh, I thought the door was right there.
I think it's either.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that still.
Cool. You go there. So you can see now 4 skeletons that are kind of lumbering towards you very slowly, walking through this kind of like dimly lit area where torches would have been illuminated to
How-
cast light into the square.
How much movement was that? It was 20 feet?
You're 30 at that point. 5, 10, 15,
Then
20,
I'm
25, 30.
gonna use my feline agility and just climb up to the rooftop because he would definitely be freaked out at that, coming out to the front door and seeing all these fucking skeletons right in front of him.
Okay. What?
Feline agility doubles your movement speed.
Okay, so you can move another.
I can
30
do
feet.
another 30 feet, and then climb 20 feet. So I'll just climb up the house onto the roof.
Okay, cool. So we'll just put you for now, essentially like here, but I'll just kind of hopefully try to.
RC!
What are you doing? Get
What's
in.
he doing?
All right, so you're on. So you're on top of the roof.
He wants to roll some dice.
He does. Milia, you're at the window. What would you like to do?
Sorry, I just
You're fine.
put food in my mouth. I can see out the window, right?
Oh yeah, you can definitely see out the window.
Okay. So I'm gonna let everybody know what's going on because I don't think everybody. I feel like no one knows.
Nobody
going
knows
on.
what's going on right now.
All right, so I'm looking out the window and I see these skeletons like tearing into.
Try to grab it.
That's not that.
Scaring. Like I see all these skeletons with their shields and swords, and they're just tearing into families that I know. And me being an emotional person, and like, you know, my family, my friends are my saving grace. I'm like looking through the window, seeing all this happen, and I'm like, no, 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 and I just turn to everybody, and I'm like, are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? There are skeletons outside. Like, I don't know what's happened. There's stuff going on, and
How many, Millie?
it's a lot. It's a lot.
You'd be able
It's
A
to.
lot like 2 or a lot
Can
like
I
10?
tell?
You'd be able to
How
see 4.
Okay, there's at least 4, but I know there's more. I can hear the screams from down the roads, and
That's nothing.
Fuck yeah, Bruce.
Bruce, are
At
you
the same time.
are you going to help fight these skeleton soldiers?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I have a large family, and I just sobered up a little bit. And
No,
my favorite
completely.
bartender's
You're
behind the
completely
bar.
sober.
You're completely sober at this point.
I know, I
100%
sobered up. I'm just telling ya.
Biasna, your turn. Or actually, is that all you're gonna do with this turn? Is just let them know what's
Yeah,
happening?
I want to
Okay.
let everybody know what's happening.
Sounds good. Asma, you're up.
Is there another window to
solid.
gain further insight into what's out there?
Yeah, so you can. There'd be another window about here.
Right. I go to that window and I look out and I try to add in the additional individuals that are out there.
Sure. Go ahead and roll perception check. See if you can see them in the darkness here.
Minus 18.
So you'd be able to see an additional 1 skeleton. So you would know that there's at least 5.
Okay, so I go around. There's at least 5 then, Bruce.
Thank you.
Is that all you're gonna do in your turn there?
How many steps did I move? I can move 30 feet.
Yeah, so you went
Regular action, bonus attack.
here, so
It's
5,
only a bonus
10,
action unless it
15,
says
20,
it's a
25,
bonus
30.
action.
Where's the
Okay.
door?
Yeah, it's a bonus action. Oh, you can cast it
Okay, I'll stay there for now and then.
as a bonus action.
Okay. So you're gonna stay there for now?
Are these windows fixed?
But some
Windows,
curve.
Yep.
slide windows.
Nope, fixed windows.
Alright, cool.
Lomar?
I walk outside
Fuck yeah.
and I see what's going on.
Yep.
And
you
I
see
see
4
this-
in front of you.
You see 4 skeletons, and
Yep.
I kind of get taken aback, and then I extend my hand and trace a sigil warding in the air, and I cast Blade Ward on myself, which makes me resistant against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, and I move around the corner to kind of open the door, open the doorway, and also give myself some distance.
Cool. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's 10 feet of movement. Do you want to use it?
Keep
Oh, you want to
back,
you want to keep
back
going?
or
No,
left?
no, no.
Okay,
that's
sorry.
I'm
Gotcha.
fine right there.
Okay, so that's where you're stopping?
Yep.
Gotcha. Alright, cool. So skeletons are going to start doing some things here. So this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you said you had resistance to bludgeoning, right?
Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Okay, cool.
That's your spell. Basically like rage.
Yeah. So it's actually a critical fail for the first skeleton here. So this skeleton kind of like lumbers up to you in the darkness, just and goes to swing at you, but his arm doesn't quite meet you, and just sort of, and he drops his sword on the ground. That's where he'll stop. And so I'm gonna do them in groups of 3.
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna kind of do this. So go
All good. Get it.
1, 2,
Your Cardi?
4, 5, 6. So that's where he'll stop.
Cardi?
No.
Cardi?
2, 3.
No. Her name is Bayaz.
Okay, there we go. So that's our new
Oh,
setup.
I wrote
And
Caroline.
those skeletons kind of move towards you after you came out.
That's her name spelled.
Slot time.
I moved to the, I guess, my right,
Is this you?
your left. No, I'm the
The
over
white
one
thing.
more.
The white thing.
Yeah,
This guy. Okay.
yeah, move just one over, and then I drop as a bonus action. I drop one of my pebbles.
Okay.
Because I have a pouch of pebbles
Sure.
and stones.
Yeah.
To the ground, and I cast catapult on it.
Okay. You're gonna have to describe that to me because I definitely don't know a lot about
Choose
the
one
arts.
object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range that isn't being worn or carried. The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in a direction you choose before falling to the ground. Stopping early if it impacts a solid surface. The object will strike a creature. That creature must take a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So I need to make a dex save.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so that's 13.
Dex save had to be 15.
Okay, so he fails the save. So go ahead and roll your big boy attack here.
3d8.
Yeah, that's pretty solid for level 1.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Let's see, plus 5.
13.
What are you adding?
My spell modifier that I add to it.
think that's accurate.
It is. Oh wait, no.
No,
It's not. It's just 3
yeah,
straight
spells
3d8.
are just straight.
All right, so 8, 8, 7,
16,
Yeah.
23.
23.
Go ahead and
Oh,
yeah.
obviously,
So
right.
just how's the skeleton going down? Tavari, I accidentally skipped over you. I'm sorry. We'll go back to you right
You're
now.
good.
As my pebble hits the ground and bounces up a little bit, I cast catapult on it, and it just shoots straight through the skeleton's neck, spinal cord,
Mhm.
and his body just collapses.
Done.
There won't be a spinal cord in
All right.
There's a spine.
Rick's kind of, yeah, moving backwards just a little bit because I accidentally skipped over. Tavari, what would you like to do?
Can I make the door 30 feet of movement?
Is this you?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, definitely.
Then I will, I guess, out the door and then a step to the left.
That's all your movement right there.
Perfect. And then I am going to hurl a firebolt at the first skeleton I see.
Okay.
I don't think an 8 is going to hit. Is it?
No, an 8 does not hit. So you kind of point your finger with acute this anger, just like ah, and as the fire goes past your hand, it just sort of right past the ear of the skeleton. It's just kind of as it flares past.
As a natural 2.
Oof. Close. We almost got to see some wild magic tonight, which would have been interesting. Bruce.
I go through the door up into the spot to the left of that skeleton.
Is this you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You're
I
gonna
think
go
1,
1, 2,
right
3,
left, and
15,
that's
20,
30,
25, 30. Yeah.
And then I swing at him with a club.
Fuck yeah.
16 is my hit.
16 hits.
And because I don't have a fucking weapon, this asshole doesn't have a sledgehammer right there.
Just punch him with your rock fist.
No, he's got a club.
I got,
Yeah,
it's
you
just
got your
nothing
club.
strong.
That's not.
So,
That's not.
5.
Yeah, cool.
I just
Okay.
hit him right in the head.
Yeah, man.
with
You
a stick.
you fucking hit him right in his
With a
skeleton
stick,
ass
and I
head.
say, fuck that guy.
Yeah, man. Fucking right in his skeleton ass head.
Fuck your skeleton head.
Fuck your skeleton shit.
Skeleton.
You said it for 5.
Mr. Skellington, I hate you.
Got it. Okay. I think now is the second group of skeletons. So these guys, Bruce, see you come flying up to their buddy, and they decide that they're gonna try and hit you from range here. So they're gonna pull out their short bow and go for it. Let's do this. So 7, I'm gonna guess misses.
Yep.
Man, that was,
Miss.
I
Doesn't
was
always,
like,
doesn't always
whoa.
have to miss. It can also hit and bounce off of him. That's up to you to describe.
Right, I know.
Okay. I don't know.
But that was a really low roll. So
Yeah, that guy was just like.
yeah, he just missed. He just pulled into darkness and just fucking missed.
So where am I?
21.
Yeah, it hits.
Oof.
21's always
So,
Yeah, no,
so the skeleton pulls back. He's just like, lets loose the arrow. But it's not a great shot. So it kind of just like skims your arm as it goes by, and you take 1 point of piercing damage. And then the third one, yeah, he's got one.
Hey, nothing. Yeah. shit.
22 hits. I'm guessing.
Yeah, hits. Yeah.
Okay, so this arrow finds a little bit more accuracy in its strike. And this last skeleton, which you can just barely see in the edge of the darkness, kind of pulls back his bow and is like, let's fly. This one finds purchase in the thick of your thigh, and you take
That doesn't make me happy.
3 points of
Don't
piercing
like that.
damage.
Don't like that at all.
I think I know what might happen next
Yeah,
round.
not happy. Very, very
Back to the top. Fuzzy Knuckles. You're on top of the roof, about 10 feet above everybody, but right on the edge there. So what would you like to do? So for the purpose of this, to keep it simple,
Has your character gone yet?
you're at the top of the order, so it doesn't matter. Milia has gone already in this whole round of action, but you're first. Yeah, you looked out the window.
Oh, that was my.
Yeah, that was your. That's why I asked you, is that all you want to do? You went, yep. I was
Oh,
like, okay.
shit. I didn't know that was the.
Are you sure?
I was like, are you
That's
sure that's all you want to do?
want
You're like, yep. I was like, all right.
Damn it.
So that's a skeleton right there, right?
Right here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright,
up
then I
there.
want to
What?
run
Where
to
are
the
you?
edge of the
I'm
house.
the big guy
Okay,
who
so
was
5,
shit
10, 15,
in
20.
the middle.
So you
And
could
then I
leap
jump
down,
over
but you
both of
could-
them.
Nope, can't do that. You've already used 20 feet of movement. You can't jump
I
another.
have 30.
You have to jump down too, which would be 30 feet.
Oh shit.
So you could jump
Can I
down.
move diagonally?
We can't move diagonally. We've never done that. No. So right now you're stuck on the roof.
Even
because
if you
of where
did,
they are.
it's still 5 and 5.
Yeah,
Stuck
it
on
would
the
still
floor.
be the 10. So you're right now within the rules of the game. That's as far as you can move because of the positioning of the other pieces. Because you're 10 feet up, so you'd have to add 10 feet of movement in the fall, and you can't drop directly below you because Scott's character's there.
Can I? What's the ground like down there? Is it dirt?
I mean, it's a town. It's not quite an alley at this point. You're not on the main road. It's a well-trod, off-beaten path.
Has it been
So
mulched
ball bearings
recently?
wouldn't
Has
have
not
any
been
effect.
mulched. There's no HOA in Lund, so they don't care. Say again?
Ball bearings would have no effect on that ground.
No, this
Okay.
wouldn't be a hard enough surface. Your ball bearings would probably hit and just sink. Wouldn't create an edge space.
Then I. There's no way I can get to any skeletons.
You still have
from
the
where I'm at.
ability to dash. Dash is just double movement.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could.
but then I can't make any movement.
Correct.
I can't do an action after that. I might as well just sit there and wait.
Why'd you run up the fucking roof?
Because
Wait,
my
hold
guy
on.
got freaked out. He
What?
jumped out the door.
Your logic is flawed. If you can't do anything now, then if you fall,
Yeah,
you
you
still
have
can-
4 seconds to make a decision.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna sit there because if I do a dash, then I'm just gonna be
Fine,
sitting
fine,
beside the
fine.
skeleton,
No
not even gonna
problem.
do anything. Whereas
You jump
So,
down, you jump down.
Amelia freezes in terror at the skeleton, which is not here.
I'm right here!
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was busy. What?
It's fine, go ahead.
Alright, it's my turn.
Yep, you're still at the window.
God, I keep wanting to sneeze. Okay, so I see everybody at the window. I see what's going on. I would like to. Everybody else is outside, right?
Yep.
I'm still inside.
Mm-hmm.
How far can I move outside
So you
without
can go
wasting?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then you can go one of these 2 squares.
Okay. And then I can attack.
From here, you could hit this one, and then depending on the range of your bow, which I'm guessing is going to be fine, you could hit either of these 2 because you have line of sight.
Okay,
So you
I'd
could
rather.
pop outside and just pop. But if you attack here, and I need y'all's help on this one, would that give?
That's line
Well-
of sight.
No, not line of sight. Would that give the
Advantage?
Yeah,
Flanking?
for flanking. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for.
I don't think so because he's not pinned.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If
Perfect.
he's
That's what I needed to check on. Thank
bigger
you.
too, then I can fit into his zone because he's larger than me.
You just can't
and-
make that distance.
But you can't get there anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you can
can't
barely
get
get out
there.
the front door.
Yeah, you can get to here, and then
can
it's
get
either
to
there or there. So you can't get right up to them.
But I
And
can
here still
do an
wouldn't be flanking,
action,
so.
right? Sorry, I just.
No, you're
Yeah,
fine.
you
You're
can
fine.
pretty
So
much
you
get
would
run
move
outside
here
and do something.
and then
I
do
can
something.
run outside
Yep.
and be like, "Rah!"
So you're
like,
here
with
right now.
weapons.
You still have 5
You
feet of
can still
movement, but you can definitely shoot him, or him.
Okay. So I'm like sick of what's going on and disgusted about what's happening to all my family and everything. So I would use my heart. I would run outside, and I would try to use my longbow.
Okay.
I would say I would.
What's your for a longbow? What's the range on that?
Anything within like
My guess is
So my
it's
speed is 25 walking, but with my long.
What are the 2 distances?
yeah. So on your longbow,
Should say
there
like
should be like a
30/60
ranged
or
attack.
something.
Yeah, it'll say like 80/320.
It's 150 over 600.
So and 0 to 150 is normal range.
Mhm.
150 and beyond is disadvantage, and nothing past 600.
Mm-hmm. So you're
not-
fine right now.
You can hit
You're,
anything on
everything
the
that's
map.
there, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing on this map you can't hit.
Yeah,
as long
I
as
don't
you
want
roll
to
well.
accidentally hit my friend,
Well,
but
that's good.
at this point,
Let the
like,
dice decide that.
yeah, I don't want to hit my friend, but I'm pretty good at the bow,
Yeah,
and
we're
it
about to
being
find out.
so hopefully
Yeah.
so
Which
close.
one are you gonna shoot? Point at.
I would want to shoot
The one closest to me.
This one, yeah.
Right there.
that one.
Okay,
right there.
go for it.
Roll that.
Yeah.
Twice that die. See what happens.
Get it.
So I got a 10.
10 plus
and
your.
is it dexterity?
Yep.
It is dexterity.
15.
That hits.
Boom.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Roll that damage.
Damage is 20. D20.
No.
No.
That'd be sweet.
So on your, I wish.
Yes,
So for your longbow,
What the fuck is that?
I think longbow is probably
I have
D8.
no idea.
Yeah, 1d8.
It would be 1d8. Sorry, I have
You're fine.
blue cheese or something all
It's
over
fine.
the dice. Alright.
It's a D4.
Give me a d8. What's a d8?
Here you go.
That one. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one.
One.
You grab the D4.
You shouldn't have rolled my
Yeah.
dice because
Why?
I've been.
Goddamn dice. I rolled 1 and
Everything
then
I touch
plus.
starts to suck.
Is it initiative? Or.
Nope.
It'd be
plus
plus
dexterity.
dex, right?
Oh, 1 plus 5, so 6.
There you go. God, your dex is something else.
That's nasty.
Okay.
It's that plus 5.
So the skeleton, even though he doesn't have flesh or anything on him, your arrow finds kind of a weak point in his skeletal form and just sticks like right into his back, like where
His
his backbone would be. And you just see him kind of like twinge around and really like feel the impact of that hit.
Cool.
How much
So I
damage?
see that happen.
6. You see,
I'm
yeah,
like-
you definitely see that happen. By essence.
Okay, so I can move 30 feet, so I don't think I can even make it outside. Is there any other way for me to get outside?
I mean, you could jump through the window.
If the window was fixed,
It's just glass.
Shoot blast.
I can blast through a window.
You can try to.
There's beer mugs and other
Yeah,
things.
there's
You
other
have a lot
things
of
you
fucking
can
tea.
Use a bonus move to do that shit?
So in order to go through the window, you would need to. It would be your interaction with an object, so it wouldn't count towards your movement or your action, because the window would be the object. So you could,
No, it's still alive.
And then
depending on
can
what you do
mend it
next.
For Thalgri.
It depends. All this will depend on what you decide to do to try to go through the window if that's your move.
Okay, when I look around, do I see anything that is large and kind of not necessarily heavy because I can't lift it then, but like heavy enough to break a window?
I mean, yeah, there's like chairs and
Try chairs.
all sorts of things around you.
Fantastic. I pick up a chair and I try and break the window.
Okay. So that's gonna be okay. So
Oh my god, with a steel chair.
okay. My ass off the top rope.
My god,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
Blast music.
So this will count, and guys help me out on this one because this is, I'm guessing here. We're gonna have to, not the check, but the use of an object counts as the action.
Yep.
That would be a standard
Thank you.
action.
Perfect.
Because it's a large
But then
object.
she
Yeah,
still has
that's what I
movement.
thought.
Yeah.
You still have your movement, so
And
you
any
so
bonus
You can't blast
Yeah.
anybody else.
well unless you have a spell with bonus action, that's gonna be the key. So go ahead and let me think about this. What would be okay? Go ahead and just do a athletics check to throw the chair. Maybe
Yeah.
Just not
Yeah.
my skill set.
that's okay.
Woohoo! 19.
Oh fuck
Woo!
yeah! So alright, so
Yeah.
so you see all this shit is happening outside. You see arrows flying, Bruce Cannon smacking skeletons, cats are jumping on roofs, and you're just like fuck yeah! And you grab the nearest chair and you just throw it straight through the window, and Thalgri is pissed.
That bitch is under the thing. He's fine.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He's mad because he hears his window break, but he's obviously still cowering. All right, so the window's open and provides you now a clean exit from the tavern if you choose to go that way.
Sweet. Okay, so I go out the window
Yep.
and I
You're gonna go
go.
out the front door after that.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn.
I just fucking hate this
So
window.
you still have 25 feet.
Okay, cool.
Open
Are those
concept.
guys all full of health or whatever?
Yeah, everybody in that direction is all full health.
Okay, can I go up to here?
Yeah, definitely.
You're
5,
squishy
10,
ass is
15,
getting
yeah.
in the middle of a lot of skeletons.
So this is the only one taking damage. No damage taken. Other one's dead.
Yeah, I'm fine.
As of right now.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so that's everything you can do in this turn unless you have a bonus action spell that you
Put yourself in a very precarious position.
It's
I like it. Bruce likes it. I want that
You mean
note on
Bruce
his record.
Cannon?
But yeah, also I'm about to die.
We'll find out.
This is
Lamar.
like, this is my kind of bitch. Yes.
I reach out and create a ghostly skeletal hand at the skeleton standing in front of me.
Okay.
Shit. That's a fumble.
Hold on. Is it a spell?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wild magic table. Roll
Oh,
that.
God.
So, so as you try to kind of
I'm drunk.
pull,
Yeah.
you're still drunk.
This is why you try to put your fucking basement.
As you start to pull
Yeah.
the threads of magic around you,
Oh, I got
your sort of inebriation gets in the way of your incantation, and as your hands move to cast your spell, you mispronounce a word. And as
that's
you
on the
push, let's find out what happens.
Barata.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Wild magic
table.
Yeah,
So roll a D100.
Pulled up, right?
And let's find out.
I have to, because
This is very interesting territory.
I love
Because this
rolls.
could be really weird.
Here you go. 99. No, 96.
Okay.
Ooh,
What is it?
what is it?
All creatures within 30 feet of you gain vulnerability to piercing damage for the next minute.
Oh, you son
Okay.
of a
Well,
bitch.
I mean,
Cool. No, I mean,
Could
awesome.
be worse.
Could
So-
be so much
so-
worse.
Yeah, all of a sudden everybody's just like,
So as you kind of go to cast your spell,
Guys, I did it.
you mispronounce a word, and you nothing happens that you expect to happen, but you see all the skeletons around you just kind of go.
and all the humans.
Yeah.
Everybody, right?
All the creatures, yes.
What?
We're all creatures.
Everybody
All
that you can
creatures.
see.
All creatures.
So that would
Everyone
So that
within
means
30
we're all
That would
within
be-
30
and
feet.
them.
1, 2, 3.
Plus all characters except for Bias.
So it's like just here.
No,
Me
I'm
and
up
all
top.
creatures.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to
20 feet
see.
up.
Still inside.
Oh, you don't
Can't
have to be in
see.
sight.
Okay, okay.
Oh, it's just 30 feet?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So everybody except
fucking
for Bias.
shit. Yeah, it's everybody but Biasna right here.
No, I'm 20 feet up.
Yeah, 30 feet.
You'd be
30
10
feet,
feet
you're
above
good to
him. You'd
Oh,
still
so
be.
I would do
I
stuff.
thought he was up there.
You are on top of the roof,
You're literally
which
next
is
to
10
him,
feet above
20
him.
feet up.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'd
shit,
definitely
okay.
be within range of this.
Oh yeah.
So,
I thought he was 20 feet out, and then I was 20 feet up from that, so 40 feet away.
so you said it's vulnerable to piercing.
Vulnerable to piercing.
Okay,
So that just means like you.
that just
when
means
they say,
that.
when they say resistance or vulnerable, is that advantage?
So
disadvantage?
resistance
and
mean
double.
yeah,
Half and
exactly.
double.
Thank
Half and
you,
double.
thank
That's all
you.
it is.
Got it. Appreciate it.
Perfect.
Learning.
And then when is it when you roll disadvantage and advantage? Because I thought it was with vulnerability, or maybe that's maybe I'm thinking
There's
resistance.
some
Doesn't
that
matter.
are
Doesn't matter.
fear, but I have a resistance against fear. That's one.
Oh yeah. That yeah.
Okay.
Because that's not the
Who's
right
up?
one.
All right.
Caroline,
Where was
what are your shields?
Shield spell.
Tolvari,
It's a reaction.
in order this time.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So my eyes are gonna glow a light green, and I'm gonna
Get
whisper,
you like.
"I'm sorry," and I'm going to
It's like
use
the-
Tides of Chaos to take advantage on another firebolt thrown at the skeleton in front of me.
Cool. Hit it.
Jesus.
Come on, man. Get new
Is
dice.
that a 2 and a 1?
I'm sorry. I'm getting
It's
rid
a
of
7.
this, by the way.
So
Okay.
7 plus 6.
What?
13.
First roll.
13?
13 hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Ty goes the attacker. Yes.
Uh,
Yeah. 13 hits. So you just barely
Which one was
hit it.
10 fire damage.
Oh fuck yeah! So go ahead and describe the death of our fiery skeleton here.
So like, just as it looks like I'm about to screw up again, I like kind of clench my teeth and throw this mote of fire towards his chest, and it lodges within the rib cage and explodes him into flame like General Grievous.
It's like
Nice reference. Yeah. He goes straight down onto the ground.
Who's up?
Okay. Well, it's our skellies. So the only one left in the group is this guy that's next to Lomar, so he's gonna
Before
attack.
you
Oh,
run
I'm
in,
sorry. Go ahead.
Can I dash up next
Yes.
to Bruskin?
Sorry, I should have asked.
No, no, you're fine. I just want to
So
take
you
my
can
turn.
Here?
attack and move.
Yeah,
Yeah. So as long as you don't use any movement in the beginning, you can use it after you attack.
yeah. Dash
But if
is
you went
long.
like 5.
Tolvari, all good?
Sorry, rules.
All good.
If you
that's
went
only if you
5
have the
then
feet
attack,
for it.
you're done.
Say again.
Yeah.
If you move, then attack, you're done. But
No,
if
you can
No.
move attack.
You have 30.
You can do 30 no
You
matter
have
what.
30 total feet in your move. So if you move 5, attack,
Then
You
you
got
go
25.
then you still have 25 movement. If you run into melee range, they can take an attack of opportunity unless you disengage.
Hurt. Thank you.
Skeleton. Let's see what he does.
Entering their space does not trigger an attack.
Correct.
It's leaving.
Correct.
Just
leaving.
leaving.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
try
if
to
you
run
move
away.
out of it.
Yeah.
So Lomar, 15 to hit.
Cast shield.
Oh, so I'm at disadvantage. Yes.
No, I
Oh,
cast
you
shield.
cast shield as a reaction.
Yeah.
All right.
As a reaction, I cast shield, so
Okay.
increases my AC bonus by 5, which puts me at 17.
Okay. Yeah. So the skeleton kind of is like, and then he goes to hit you, and it just bounces off this magical shield that you've cast.
Love it. That's cool.
And that is all of our skeleton moves. So, Zlatan.
I throw my hands up. Just like, no.
Yeah. I got you.
So I was reading stuff at the same time.
No,
so
but
I
you're
just
fine.
reacted.
Dude, you're fine.
So I walk out.
Yep.
Cool story, bro.
You're here.
Right here.
Right here.
Yep.
Got you. Okay.
And then I
Sorry, gentlemen.
grab another stone and I cast catapult again.
Is this a cantrip?
No, I have 2 first level spells.
Heard.
And I cast that. So at
Which one?
this guy.
Okay.
So you have to make a DC save
Sure.
of
Dex, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Is this Lionheart's Inn theme?
What?
The song Lionheart's Inn theme?
It's one of the inn themes. It might be Lion's Heart's Inn.
We'll try.
I mean, I think it's just the inn theme. That would be 14 on the dex.
So that does not
Doesn't save?
save.
Okay, got it.
We can roll me too. Wow.
He's got a lot of damage on the catapult.
Holy shit.
Artificers, man.
Nice.
13 damage.
Okay.
I think in episode 2, somebody's coming for the artifice.
Well, we'll see. Okay, cool. So you drop this pebble. It launches at this creature, and it just smashes through the rib cage. But he's able to just kind of pull himself back up barely.
Is this the boss skeleton?
No, it's 13.
There's only 13 damage.
I thought the other one died at 10.
No, when
23.
It's almost like creatures have variable health points.
No, but the other one
That
did.
can't
True.
What else would you like to do? If anything.
Let's see if I have any bonus actions really quickly.
And as we go on, like through the campaign, I'll like force speed up combat. But obviously, we're trying to learn characters. And
Oh, that is a bonus action.
That.
There's no
Magic
way
stone.
catapult is a
there
bonus
can't be
action.
Oh, no,
catapulted. I was gonna say,
no,
there's
magic
no
stone.
way. Like,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
A
Oh,
bonus-
by the
a
way,
bonus action-
bam!
a bonus action would be a cantrip.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I just smashed this guy for 30 firebolt damage. Oh yeah, by the way, catapult. Peace, I'm out.
I am gonna cast Magic Stone as a bonus action though.
Is that the same one that did the damage on the floor?
Where are you?
I'm right there.
Next to it?
What's the range on it?
Touch.
It's
No,
touch.
I can throw the stone.
Touch.
I touch the stone to imbue it with the magic and throw it.
No, that's an attack, man.
You touch one to three pebbles and imbue them with magic. You or someone else can make a ranged spell attack with one of the pebbles by throwing it or hurling it with a sling.
Why does it say range
So
touch?
you could, well, because it would be a ranged attack if you threw it, but since it's a bonus action to make the stone, and you already used your action,
Yeah.
So now you have it
Catapult.
prepared,
you can have it prepped.
but you can't do anything with it.
Yeah, I can't throw it,
Okay.
but I can use like a toss as a bonus action next
Oh,
time.
no.
Toss as
He's
a.
got a turn.
What?
Alright, let's see. No!
No, the throw
No.
on the next one can't be a bonus action.
Oh,
No.
It was an action.
Okay,
Dope.
cool, we're
This,
good.
to make it,
Sorry, I
is the
have to
bonus action.
get the
Cool,
turn
got
out
it,
there.
got it. We're
And
good.
that's what I was confused with, why you'd be able to attack. It says touch.
Streaming gold.
Right.
No, pup.
Streaming gold.
Can't eat the chart.
What?
Yeah, so
I
next.
wasn't done.
So next.
Cat poop.
So do I.
So I have a lot of
I don't know how to recover from that. So you have your pebble prep,
He's got his own
and that's all you can
magic
do. Right now. Got it. All right.
No.
I don't know where to go next.
Sorry, there was turn.
Feeding-
It's
feeding
fine.
somebody, too.
Bruce.
I walk to the next skeleton. I go into
Wait.
rage because I just got shot in the thigh. Not happy about it.
What's up?
Is that one the skeleton?
Which skeleton? The one in front of
Straight
you?
in front of me.
Straight-
Yes.
No, it's dead.
Which one are you, those, Charlie?
Oh, I'm the big
Thank
motherfucker. Yeah.
So you're going 5, 10, 15, right to this big
Go
dude.
to the left of them, please. Yes.
Got you. So it'd be you're still fine. There you go.
20.
Yeah. You still have 10 feet left.
Hit him with my club.
Fuck yeah.
19 plus 5.
Yeah. Yep. That is
Okay, cool.
for sure.
Nice. Love to hear it. And then I got this little baby fucking club. This club is annoying shit.
No. Ball
Again,
grease.
a 1. 1 plus 4 plus 5 is 10.
1 plus
I hit him in the head with 10 because I got rage. No, plus 1 plus.
Oh, rage.
No, it's 5 plus 1 plus 2.
8.
8. Hit him in the head. 8.
Okay, cool. You do that. You take
do
that
that.
club and you hit him right in his
Right
fucking
in his
skeleton head.
It's
It's just
like,
like,
fuck this dude, I'm so.
pow!
Yeah.
Okay, nice hit.
So you can see the
All right, our skeletons are gonna go now.
I try to be ready.
So
Right, I mean, you see me trying to put back, trying to get
Alright.
my spells and everything ready first.
So that's
You just hit your knee game.
all right. So the first skeleton gets fucking hit in the head by Charlie, and by Bruce, and he's just thrown off, and he goes to swing back at you, and critically fails, swings and misses, and because he just got hit, he falls over and is now prone.
Coup de grace.
Our second skelly boy saw you hit his little skelly buddy,
Let's go.
and he's
Come
gonna
at me,
try and
bro.
attack you with his short bow, and that's gonna be 12.
Nope.
Okay, cool. So he notches the arrow right on past you. The last one. I don't actually have an info here.
House blocks.
That's fine. 20, 25. Cool. Moves in next to Brao'Drana, and with his short sword swings, and it's a 14 to hit.
Can I cast my shield as a reaction?
Dope.
What's your AC? 12.
Lots of shields.
17.
Shields.
So 17?
baby.
Yeah, so again, skeleton goes right off the shield.
I really like your magic
You
uses
guys
right
your
now.
skellies.
Oh.
This reactionary shield has been very awesome.
Reactionary shield is pretty boss. Alright, that's our skeleton's turn. So we are back to the top with Fuzz Knuckles. You're still on top of the roof. What do you want to do?
I want to jump behind the skeleton that's right there in front of me.
Over here?
Yeah.
So that would be 30 feet. You'd be jumping down 10 feet and jumping out 20 feet. I think we might need to do a different movement pattern. Because I don't, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that you can jump that far. I don't think you can jump 30 feet. 10 down and 20 over. Yeah, okay.
So 10 down and then
So, but you could
Jump
first
down
10,
and move.
first 10
You
down,
could just drop
and
down
then you can move.
Yeah. Just drop down.
Well, if I move right there to his side, he would still
So you
be
could
pinned,
you
right?
can move here and then go. So that's 5, and then 10 down,
Yeah.
and then you can move in over here, and he would be pinned here.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So that's
Simple
5, 10, 15, 20.
Alright, then I'm gonna use my sneak attack on him and just like kind of take out my rapier and just give him like and stab him.
Are you gonna hiss while you do it?
Yeah, that was what my last noise was.
Okay. And since there's no surprise, because clearly he's not surprised by watching a cat jump
He's
off the
pinned,
roof
it's
or jump
their
up to you.
But I still have sneak attack.
That's what I'm just double checking. It's,
Yes, you do.
With the rogue, you would have sneak attack, so you're fine. Go
Yes.
ahead. Do you have advantage on the attack roll? Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Did it.
You look like a corgi.
Good thing I have advantage. Not too great.
Isn't that a corgi?
So according to this, you can cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately
You
before
get
the
a
jump.
chance you run before the jump.
So he didn't, though. It was only 5
He
feet.
just
so.
dropped down.
Yeah, he just dropped down. But it's good to know because I didn't know
Thank
that.
you.
16.
Yeah, hits.
Sweet. And then with sneak attack, that's a plus D8, right?
You tell me.
Yeah. Right? Oh, it's a D6. You can pretty much say anything right now.
Yeah, 1d6. You're right. Alright, so it's D8 plus 6. Shit. I thought it was 2d8.
You want to risk mine?
I did
Do
not.
you want that?
Oh,
No.
D8?
I'm gonna
mine
let
rolls
my
really low.
own dice decide my fate.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's why I brought an extra bag of dice.
What's a D6?
The most normal dice.
Square, right?
Squire.
It's a squire.
Does he have advantage?
It's a square.
It's a
He did,
rapier,
yeah.
1d6
Yeah, yeah.
piercing.
because of
For 1d8
sneak attack.
piercing.
Hurry up, yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say you can't sneak attack unless it's
Yeah.
This music is making me feel way more intense than it needs to be.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
half-dense skeleton.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, you
8
got him
plus
10.
6. Wow.
Say again.
8 plus
Nice.
6 plus my dex of 4, so 18.
To quote Matt Mercer, how do you want to do this?
So I jump off the so I run off the house, I jump down, and like on all fours I run up beside him, and I take out my rapier and I grab him and I look him in his face and I hiss and like, and then just stab him up through his skeleton head and then pull him down into me and then just like pull his head off his spine and throw his head down on the ground. So now my rapier is clean, and then just wrap my tail around it and wipe all whatever is the remnants off of it. And then I just look at whoever's in front of me and kind of do like a head nod.
This should be Lomar.
Maybe a little more.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
That was
Do I have any movement left?
that was pretty
You
fucking
say
cool.
holy
Yeah, you have 10 feet of movement still.
So, holy shit.
And can I climb back up on the roof?
Not from
No.
there, no, because it's 15
okay,
feet.
then I'm fine.
All right, Milia, you're up.
Can I see any of that happened?
From where you are,
Yeah.
no, you're here in the front of the building, and this all happened over the side.
Okay. So I'm right there, the closest enemy to me.
You have a prone skelly down here, and then a skeleton that you just watched attacked by Asna, who shielded away the blow.
Okay, Bison just got attacked.
Mhm.
How many feet is that?
From where to where?
Because I can go 25 feet walking. That's my speed.
Cantrips.
Where are you trying to go?
So you got left.
I wanted to help Biasna.
Yeah, but
Okay, so you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's one of these two squares.
I'm gonna do 1d8.
Okay.
You can't
'Cause
get
I
in
can-
close enough to pin.
So I can move into their space if I wanted to because I'm a halfling.
Right, but again, you can't move into
I
it.
can't.
You
Okay,
can't reach
it's too
it.
far.
Yeah. If you only have
Okay.
25 feet of movement, you can't get there.
I don't understand it.
Oh, but it's
Alright.
versatile.
So I want to move close enough
So
that I have a
1d8.
straight shot
Oh,
and I'm not
one
gonna...
is one
Well, you can do that from here.
Okay, right
Because
there.
it's versatile.
So
Then you
I
just
have
have
a
to-
longbow. I want
That's why I love
to
being a mage.
attempt to attack.
My hands
Yeah.
are
Do your thing.
Um,
Roll your d20.
Let's do 20. Alright, so I rolled a 1.
Ooh, fantastic.
And I actually have, if I roll a
You have
1,
lucky, don't you?
yeah, I have lucky, so I can roll again.
Hit it.
So I'm gonna roll again.
You're lucky because that bow is about to break.
God damn it.
Did you roll another one?
Got a 4.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Plus
much better than 1.
It is
dexterity,
much better
or
than a
is it
1.
plus-
Dexterity, so 9.
Yeah.
So 9.
Yeah.
So you pull that bow back and you just put it
No!
right past the skelly boy.
I'm so sorry.
Do you want to do anything else in your turn? You still have some movement that you can do.
Okay, I would actually like to just pull out my bagpipes. Can I do that?
Play some music for us.
And play music.
The drowning
So you
planes.
can't. Well, you could pull. You could take them out, but you can't do anything with them. You would just be holding them. So.
No, I would just be
What do I do with my
Yeah,
bagpipes?
it would basically be like you shot, and then in the next couple seconds, you're like taking your bagpipes out. So you couldn't do anything with them, but you could take them out, if I understand it correctly.
So I guess I would just stand right there and.
Yep. And just wallow in the mist. Yep,
Yeah.
got it. All right, Bayazna,
Nice.
you're
Okay.
still next to the skelly that's next to you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use ice knife to try. Do I have plus anything on this thing? When I roll to
It
hit?
should be your spell.
Yeah, spell modifier, right? Yeah.
Ooh, which one is that? Let's see.
Probably.
Your
yeah.
whiz. So
Wisdom?
it's probably
Yeah.
intelligence.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
spell modifier.
Should be intelligence, right?
Intelligence,
Then
yeah.
16 it is.
16 hits.
Cool, and then ice knife, all I need is a drop of water and 1d10 for damage. 2. Plus
Two.
anything? No, probably not.
No, with spells, it's just
It's
straight up.
spells straight up.
No. 2 for ice knife then.
Okay, cool. So that cold ice knife just pulls in and out of the skeleton, and then you see it flinch, but it's still standing. Are you doing anything else in your turn?
Yes, because I can move.
can
I'm gonna back
Move
all
away.
up.
Okay, when you back up, the skeleton will get an attack of opportunity.
Somebody will swing at you as you run away, pretty
Yeah.
much. Run away.
That's fine with me, I think.
Which way are you
Yep,
going?
I'm gonna go back towards, let's just say, let's just put myself right down.
Got it. So 5, 10, 15. Cool. Let's see what our skeleton boy would have done as you move out of his range. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Alright, saw that coming.
All right. So
You about to
as
die from running
you
away.
move out of his range, you kind of turn a blind eye to the skeleton, who sees you turn away and reaches out with his short sword, and then.
It should be the 2 dice plus strength, right?
No.
Did you kill her?
No.
Yeah, right.
Well, we're gonna
What
see.
is it? What is it?
I've already used it both.
It's just
You've already
it's
used both?
double the
Well,
dice
it
plus
takes a
whatever you
reaction.
modifier.
It's her turn.
So the skeleton reaches out as you turn. The skeleton stretches out and cuts you back across both of your legs,
No.
and you take 9 points of piercing damage.
I'm dead then.
Are you just down? What's your hit points?
8.
You're not looking for anything. You're building character.
You're not dead. you're not dead, but you do fall unconscious.
Well, how much did you get hit for?
9, and she has 8.
Oh yeah, you're just unconscious.
You're just unconscious. So
Unconscious and dying.
So I guess the movement wouldn't have happened, yeah, because it'd be here.
Yeah.
So as you turn to go, the skeleton just catches you with this almost perfect precision cut, and Biasm falls to the ground.
So I don't
Unconscious.
run away.
It's always dangerous running away.
Lomar, your
She
move.
straight up goes, I'm okay with that.
The dice
gonna-
are fickle.
Since
You're gonna be okay.
Morgan decided to move in my line of sight, I'm gonna put myself.
Oh, it's my fault.
I don't know if
Yeah.
No, literally.
It is. I'm gonna move myself as close to this guy as possible.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Perfect.
Okay.
Right there.
And then I'm gonna cast Chill Touch.
Yep.
Maybe I won't crit fail this time. There we go. 18.
Oh yeah, that hits all that.
Okay. 8 damage.
Describe our skeleton's demise.
What's your spell modifier?
So?
Yeah.
No, the spell modifier only counts for hit. When you cast it, damage is only what it says.
Yeah, it's just
You don't
straight
add
roll.
anything to it. Yeah.
Describe your skelly's death.
But he can't regain hit points until the start of its next turn.
I was like, he's dead, bro. So
Uh,
he ain't got a next turn.
The ghostly skeletal hand just crushes it until it just crumbles apart.
Perfect.
done.
Anything else you want to do in your turn?
That's it.
Cool.
Can't do anything.
First group of skeletons are all dead. Zlatan.
I hurl my magic stone at that skeleton.
Okay. For the catapult attack, yeah.
No, for it's magic stone.
Okay,
Magic
so this is a
stone.
different attack
Yes.
called Magic Stone.
Yes.
It's not a catapult.
No.
Okay, just making sure.
I have 2 that are
You're all good, man. I just want to make sure.
They're very
small,
similar.
heavy things are
They're just very similar.
Yeah, small, heavy things are my forte.
Yeah, no worries. I get it.
Do you want me to roll throw AC?
So it's not a spell, yeah?
It's a ranged attack.
It's a ranged attack.
So
So I think you would have to add
Dex.
Dex, yeah? It would be athletics, right? Because you're throwing. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, this is the first time I play with an artificer, so I'm open to table
What is
talk
that?
about this. If Sam is rolling his attack with this throw stone, it's not a spell. It's a ranged attack, so it's Dex.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, what's it say? Ranged spell attack or just ranged attack?
It's just ranged attack because he's just throwing a rock.
The spell component is enchanting a rock.
Yeah, and then throwing.
Okay.
So roll plus your max.
16.
Hits.
Alright.
It's strange.
Short with the rocks.
I know.
Shows what them rocks do.
I wanted to switch it up.
8 damage.
I regret doing that.
Okay. So you throw the rock, and it just smashes through part of this skeleton's shoulder, leaves this huge hole in its arm here. It's all still connected, but you can see daylight between it. It takes a massive hit.
3 plus 5.
You all good?
I'm just trying to.
No worries, man. No worries, no worries. Thanks, Bruce. Tabari, I didn't skip you, did I?
Tabari is not played.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I don't know why I keep missing that. I skip it with my
Has he
eyes,
gone-
man.
Has he been skipped twice? Where did he
Once in the first round, but every time other than that.
Oh,
So
keep
Tabari, go ahead. I'm not sure why I'm
Once in
missing
the first round, then every time other
Yeah.
than that.
Sorry, man. I don't know why I'm missing that.
going
It's
to
so weird.
run up to Biasna. I think I have enough move for that, right? 20,
You're right here.
25 feet? Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely fine. You can be right here.
I'm going to be like, not again, not again. And I will try to stabilize.
Fucking perfect.
Why are we looking at
That could not have been any
Yeah,
better.
right, I
Go ahead.
17.
This is a medicine check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That succeeds.
down and almost dead.
You're still at 0 hit points.
Yeah,
but
but-
now you don't have to go to death saving.
Exactly.
Which is
Good
really good.
Yeah. Now you're at least.
I'm s-
Biasna lives to fight another day. She's not in the best shape, but
And
solid
that's all
move.
I've got.
Okay.
If you move, that skeleton gets an attack of
Sorry, Steven. I don't know why I missed
I'm
your
okay
name.
with that.
Do
No,
not
no,
move.
I think it's because I saw the skeleton.
Knocks her
All
unconscious.
right. Bruce, your turn.
There's a prone guy in front of me, right?
There is a prone dude in front of you.
Gets attack advantage.
There's 2 skeletons left alive right now.
Coup de grace in action.
14.
That hits.
Yep.
Roll that
And 1
toothpick.
every single time. 6 plus 2, 7, 8. 8 again.
8
Right
damage.
Smash.
Describe his death.
I look down at him and I hit him in the skull head and it cracks. And he's dead now.
You just went
Like, you're just like,
I hit him in the head. It cracks. He's dead now.
Charlie, your imagination.
Classic.
So
Skeletons number
I'm
2.
just hitting people with sticks. There's not a lot going on. Just
Right.
wham,
So
wham, wham,
I hit him in the head. It cracks. He's dead now.
wham. Yeah.
very quick and to the point.
I've got a big stick. That's all I've got.
Oh, so
Alright.
that's what happened.
I conjure. I'm like,
So the last
Do it again.
skeleton
pop.
notches
You
an
just look at
arrow
his cracked head
and
smack it,
shoots
and you go,
at
"Huh." I guess that's what happened.
Savari after watching him walk up to Biasna.
No,
It's the first one, the
shit.
first motion that he sees. So he shoots. 15 to hit.
Shield up.
Ooh, hang on.
Hey, these are all shielded up.
Here's the.
Dude, we don't need a
So
fucking
shield's
tank.
a level 1 spell.
Yep.
I've already used Tides of Chaos this long rest. You have the option of making me roll on Wild Surge table, but it's up to you.
Even with
Why?
shield?
Anytime
come?
I make a level 1 spell
Oh, because of the.
after I've used Tides of Chaos,
Ah.
You gotta do it. Yeah, that's the rule. It's the rule.
Oh, that's our
That's
roll
the roll.
option.
All right.
It's an option.
We'll
It's
let
not
the
a
dice
roll.
decide, but it's a straight 20. Anything above a 10, you're safe. Anything 10 and below, you're rolling on that table.
Let's do it.
Flip a coin.
That's a 9.
Woo!
Roll on that table.
Wait, he has
Wait, I thought it was
What?
you.
I thought it was
Below,
safe.
below is
Low. If you roll low, then Steven rolls that table.
Oh
14. I cast Confusion on myself.
no! Oh!
Shoo! That was close.
It's not too bad.
There's a bunch of spells that focus on him that do a lot of damage that meant Biasna was not coming back next week. So we dodged that bullet.
I revive you.
Alright, so you're okay, so but your shield still goes off.
Shield
Yes.
still goes off.
Yeah, but then the wild magic occurs, so now you're in confusion for the next round.
What was the spell that you used that caused that?
Oh, the spell.
Tides of
You
Chaos.
just use
Tides of
level
Chaos.
1 after you use Tides of Chaos.
Yeah.
So Tides of Chaos is once per long rest I can take advantage on an attack roll ability check. But before I regain use of that feature, so before my next long rest, anytime I use a level 1 or higher spell, the DM may make me roll on
He is a
the
sorcerer.
Mm-hmm. Fuzzy Knuckles, you're
I
up.
thought he was a wizard. I was
And
Did I not do something?
You're still over here. You're hanging out. You're relishing in your amazing acrobatic kill
I'm just grooming
while
myself.
people are
Yeah,
dying.
you're licking your paw.
It's like
after,
the
murder.
whole battle is happening over
You're
here,
just like,
and
I'm
Andrew's just
so
like
much better than all of it.
Sando's rapier.
Yeah.
I am
He's
so
like, I'm
amazing.
so
Yeah,
fucking
you're just
cool.
like licking your paw, just like yes.
So is that what you're gonna do? Just gonna hang?
No.
Oh, I thought that was pretty good RP.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Eh.
How close am I to the next skeleton?
Pretty fucking
Pretty far.
Okay, but how far? How far?
You can see it.
I mean,
literally across
dude,
the thing.
yeah, it's like
You
it's
have to
way
dash
more than
to
30 feet. More than 60
There's only
feet.
one skeleton left. He's all the way over
Yeah.
there.
He's like across
can
the
make it
street
go
and
right
down an
here.
Oh,
alley.
is that the last one?
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
a dash,
yeah,
with a
yeah,
dash,
yeah,
you can make
yeah.
it there.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna keep grooming myself.
There you go.
Like,
There we go.
There we go.
Shit.
All right, Milia, you're up.
I'm the fucking
Okay.
Can I like just casually stroll up?
yeah.
Just move up like 10 feet or
Yeah,
just
you
like-
can do that. There you go.
There's only one that's left.
There
right?
is. There's only one.
But I would kill everybody in my range.
What?
Well, but you can move.
What
Well,
ability are you
everybody-
casting?
I
Never
cast
fire.
Draconic Death. It's like,
I can go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then get a straight shot, right?
what do you? How
Let's
are you
move
counting?
around. Somebody
That's
help
a
her
lot
move
of
it.
movement.
Because
You're moving
5,
diagonally. It doesn't work that
10.
way.
No, it doesn't.
Nah, you gotta go.
that
I mean,
way.
you could get.
you can go left or right. It doesn't really matter. You
You
gotta
go
Just get in line
5,
of sight.
10,
She can
15,
move through my square fine
20. Yeah.
without any
Yeah, and I
issue.
can make.
You're right there.
Over me, yay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Caroline's laying down
I'm
unconscious,
down,
so
baby.
you're fine.
Okay, I want to go over there and then make a shot.
Yep.
With my longbow.
Yep.
Don't crit one
That's
where you
confident.
like hit me in the butt.
No, you're out of the way. So.
That
Nope,
would be
she's
interesting.
not.
You're
Oh.
right over top of me.
Yeah, no. If you crit
trade my
fail this,
arrow
that's
facing
straight
down.
up going into
Right.
Caroline.
No, okay, I'm gonna use this hard one. So I'll roll on d20
Yes. Plus dex.
plus dex.
Oh.
God damn it.
Plus proficiency if you're proficient in
one or
longbows.
That's a 2.
You don't get to re-roll that.
So I can do it.
What is that, a 2?
Yeah.
7 total.
7 total.
That's a big old miss.
God
So
damn!
you pull that longbow and just right on by. Arrow flies right past that skeleton. Bayaz
Can I
is
break down and
unconscious.
cry?
About to say
Yeah,
you.
totally. You can.
I can break down and cry.
Omar.
Yep.
I'm going to move right in front of Amelia,
Yeah, Amelia Grove Tree.
and she'll touch again.
Yep.
12.
Miss.
Very
Still
true.
drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Messed up the words on that. And I'm gonna move slightly to the left, so she, or my right, your left. Yep. So she can shoot.
Gotcha.
And because you stumbled when you cast it.
Tavari. Not getting skipped.
Fuck.
Now he's confused as fuck.
He is confused.
What does that even mean?
Doesn't move or take an action this turn. I roll a d10.
Yep. And then I think.
You just have to hope I don't roll a 7 or 8 because that's the random melee attack against someone adjacent to me.
Which would be you. Which would be very bad. Yeah,
I
yeah.
helped you.
Whack! And Bayaz is dead.
Oh, it happened again.
Alright, skeleton group 1 is dead, so Zlatan.
Throw another rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast magic stone on a pebble in my pocket, and then I'm gonna throw it at that skeleton.
So the casting of it is the bonus action,
Yes.
and then throwing it is the attack. So
Yes.
range attack plus, so d20 plus dex.
Yep.
You sure carry like an ox.
17.
That hits.
And that's
Would ball bearings count for that?
Not as a rock, no. Ball bearing is a little piece of metal, it's not a rock.
Oh, but I thought it was all moves
8 damage.
made with counter
Alright. Describe the skeleton stuff.
aims.
So as I cast the spell in my pocket, I just turn to Lomar and say, hook shot, throw it over my shoulder, And as the pebble lands, it hits the skeleton's knee and just explodes it off.
Like the whole patella?
Yes.
Specific.
Nerdy
gone.
nurse.
And with that, all of the undead have been defeated in your
Nice.
part of the
That's
test.
probably bad. We gotta call it a night.
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah,
got
the
to
time flew by.
Do you have a couple minutes?
You said you had till
Yeah.
1.
This is
Yeah,
literally
gotta
like,
be
this is
minutes.
literally I'm so hardcore about
We
the
can
closing time.
we can definitely stop there and just pick up from this moment next time. It's fine.
I'd actually prefer that. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
No, I'm with you.
This is
Yeah.
like an hour.
No, it did. It took a lot longer to get to this point. Like, I
This
wish
is our
I wish I could
first
show you my
sesh.
notes.
This is our first sesh.
We didn't make it through almost anything that I planned. like
No!
maybe 2 of the major bullet points of like 10.
Sometimes it do be
We're
like
starting to get
Sometimes
our,
it
we're getting
do be
our
like that.
characters around. We're
No,
trying to
I don't
figure
mind, dude. The everything we saw today was great. But let me go ahead and wrap us up so that we can all just have table talk without the stream on. We'll stop there for tonight, and we will pick up after the battle with the undead in the square outside of the inn next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Again, you can kind of see it tonight. There's a lot of new classes, races, characters, people trying to figure things out that are, all happening in the moment. So thanks for bearing with us. Hopefully you guys all had fun tonight. I had a blast. Until next Friday, we will see you then. Thanks so much.
Nice.
That's
Bye-bye.
gonna work.